Live, going live, going live. All right, and we're off to an early start this morning. Answering Odetta, thank you for being the first one in this morning. I just seen a white stuff flash across the screen like the message I get when the internet is about to go bad. I hope it doesn't happen this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel, payroll attendees, engineers, chefs in kitchens, secretaries in offices, strippers on poles, whatever it is you do for a living, shout out to you. Extra special shout out though to the people who wish good for others as much as you wish good for yourself. Don't let that go over your head. You're a good person if that's truly who you are. On days like these, we say, it's the freaking weekend, baby! Ha ha! Clap it up, clap it up. We made it through another week. Another week is down. Another week is gone. Past. Can't get it back. It's gone. Right? We are here now in the present. Celebrate making it through another week healthy, strong. We're not in nobody's hospital. Nobody is planning our funerals. We are healthy. Shout out to those of you out there who are going through your health issues. I know somebody is. Remember when the preacher used to preach in church and the preacher would say, I know somebody is feeling sick this morning, and you would feel like so the message was for you, right? But if you look back right now, it's just it's somebody out there is going through it. Somebody out there is feeling sick. Somebody out there don't have enough money to pay all the bills. Somebody out there is hurting this morning. Somebody out there have family issues. Somebody is going through relationship issues. Somebody is something. But me never did know that. I actually thought the preacher was getting a divine message straight from God, speaking straight to, you know what I'm saying, on the day I wasn't feeling good, etc. Anyway, here we are on this beautiful day. Today is Friday. Today is the 25th of April, 2025. And we are definitely happy to be here, starting out the morning by giving thanks and praises to the Most High. We were preserved to be here, and we were gifted with today to be here, the present, now here, us together in this moment. We have some things to talk about this morning, and we're going to get into our topics pretty soon or pretty quickly, no long delay. All right, let me just big up some people in the chat room this morning before we get started. One and two here and there, and then we'll be on our way. So, Asaren Odetta, first one in this morning. Shout out to Asaren Odetta. Thank you for being here. Great Goodies is in the building this morning. Audrey Wright says, morning, fam, and present teacher. Big up yourself, Audrey. I appreciate you greatly. Naisha, thank you for being here. Miss Goldie Robinson, up, up, up. Great Goodies says, it's the freaking weekend, baby. And Audrey said, please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. We're starting out bad already. 292 with 61 thumbs up. I know the day is going to come where when we look up on the screen, we see as much thumbs up as the people amount that are in the room. We have faith. We're faithful. We have faith. That day will come. It's just not now. But okay, we'll keep doing the work until that day comes. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr. Big up yourself, my brother. Is in the building. British Jamaican girl is here with us this morning as well. Missy Brom Brom. Missy Brom Brom there. Kaz Robinson is here. Missy Brom Brom says it's the freaking weekend, baby. Let's Bond TV is in the building. 5 up, 5 below. All right, so King Biggs, big up yourself, King Biggs. Thank you for being here. Christine Williams, thank you for being here. Listen, you know, when time we say certain things, people are not going to know what we're talking about. When we say 5 up, 5 below, somebody is like, what am I talking about? See, it's an inside thing already. It's a family thing already. They'll catch on, though. British Jamaican girl. Simon G, big up yourself. Jerome Pearson, Jerome, big up yourself. Thank you for being here this morning. Lil Red Gucci, thank you for being here this morning. I appreciate you greatly. Rosalind Smichael, Wayne Nathan. King Big says, like the blood cleat live. King Big said, like the blood cleat live. Kaz Robinson, Adrian Bennett. Adrian Bennett, thank you for being here this morning. And Mr. Bram Bram says, you know, a Shay me no member. If hit the thumbs up button, blame me for Shay. Wayne Core is in the building with us this morning. See, what you know, what you know, you know. See, and all right. So here's what we got on the table this morning, and I think I'm just gonna run down. Well, no, I can't do it. I'll allow you to pick. All right. So I think I should. Anyhow, Trump for 2028. Donald Trump has started releasing merchandise. Um, he started releasing merchandise that's printed Trump 2028. The merchandise signifies his will, his intent to have a third term as president, right? We could get into that. Take a look at the merch and all that other stuff, what was said about it, etc. A bit of a motivation story here. Canada's first black female cardiologist. I love her story, so I just have to share it with you. If you look at the icon this morning, she is in the middle, the only one that looks like a doctor in typical white coat, stethoscope with a doll. All right. I think they're trying to stop the Chinese mechanics in Jamaica. We had a discussion recently about Chinese mechanics are poised to take over the automotive repair industry on the island of Jamaica because of shady service from Jamaicans who do that for a living, right? Well, here comes some hiccups to that story. See? Wayne Court, big up yourself. Here comes some hiccups to that story about the Chinese mechanics. And then Guyana, a heart-wrenching, heartbreaking story out of Guyana. I have the video. I won't be able to show you the whole video. I can probably let you hear the audio, but won't show you the video because the video involves the body of a little girl. That's out of Guyana, and protests broke around that little girl going missing stuff. And then the last one is a Jamaican man that was charged for shoplifting in New York, and he was detained by ICE, which led me to a broader discussion of over 5,000 Jamaicans that are on the run in the United States of America, and they are finding it hard to locate them. So those are the discussions or what we are going to chat about this morning. Somebody said yesterday, I just love when SouFLo talk raw patois because I already understand English. I'm trying to get my patois up. So I'm going to try to talk a little bit more patois for you, see if you can learn something from it here. All right. I mean, I'm going to go down in the head too much because I lose you. So I'm going to talk it thus, you know, give the beginners patois this morning. Yeah. Some might. Anyway, but I still got to keep my audience though, because not everybody can speak it, and I want people to understand what I'm saying as much as I'm excited to also teach them about culture or our culture, right? Thanks. Let's go on TV. I want to go on in here. SouFLo, they open another one in St. Anne. Them open another one in St. Anne, and then came the report. Anyone wants a M/Ice t-shirt? Hey Mervin, man, you get in that trouble, you know. Marie's Message 411 TV is in the building. Big up yourself, Marie's Message 411 TV. That's my fellow content creator sister. If you see her in the chat, go ahead and click her name. Oh, Shakira changed her name on YouTube. You know, wifey haven't been posting lately in a while because she caught up in her thing, getting her thing together, the whole nursing thing. And boy, big up to every nurse out there, cause we not go through some stuff just to be one. But anyhow, she in the middle of her stuff, so it's taking away a lot of stuff from her. So may I try, you know, get her to put out more videos because people keep asking me. So I'm trying to get her to put more out. I think she put up one video like a day or 2 days ago, and I realized that she changed her name back to Brains and the Beat, which was the name I thought she should have kept from the beginning. She hardy as enough. Because when we did tell her, she hardy as for real, because you see how long it took for her to, she still came around to what I said, right? When a good man is put in your life to lead you, You have to submit and follow, ladies. I was doing it from a business perspective. I said, listen, this name is already solidified. Everywhere we go out the road, right? Me hear people, I said, Brains, Brains. And once she changed it to Shakira, nobody no call her name no more. Them uncle said, SouFLo, and where Brains there? And every time they talk about her, they still call her Brains. So I'm like, you did a lot. Like you put in a lot of work to establish your Brains and the Beat brand. And then one day you just get up on your head, take care, you just change it and so business go. Right? You have to live in the brand. Just like how you see McDonald's will never change the arch of the M. Just like how you see Burger King will never change theirs. Just like how you see Walmart. Well, I saw you for brand your thing as well. I was trying to teach her. But you know, she hard headed. So she, yeah, whatever. Me, I changed it anyways. And she changed it. And I watched her channel just froze. It wouldn't really grow. You know, no matter how much work she do, it wouldn't really grow. And that's because the algorithms in YouTube tanked it. It was growing. She was getting to it, and then boom. So now she put it back. I guess she finally say, you know what, I'm gonna agree with him. Or I'm not gonna go on like a my bright idea. But anyway, for those of you who follow her on YouTube, Brains and the Beat it is. And the concept behind her Brains and the Beat is somebody's one day a brother said to me, SouFLo, me know why you like her, you know, cause me see her how she tick her around and them something there and her she name Brains and the Beat. It means that she get good brains and she can take a good beat, not true. Have to be a Jamaican. I said no, that's not what it is. Brains is because she is brainy. She's a brainy person. And the beat, Shakira is super brainy. She studies a lot. You know, she in our field, she is about to pick up her second degree. She's a brain. She's brainy. Y'all see me, especially for tech stuff. If she's not around and my thing fall apart, me just stuck till she come back. I'm just not that techie kind of person. That's her thing. So she's a brain, right? Brains, not the brain where you are think about. And the beat is, if you follow her, if you go back and look at her channel from her earlier videos, she, even before we met, she was doing makeup. And in the beginning of that time, she used to do makeup. And the woman them call makeup beating your face or getting your face beat, right? So it was Brains and the Beat. And that's how she came up with the name, because she used to do a lot of makeup. And next thing me used to tell her to do, I used to say, Miss Lady, since you love makeup so much, I shall one whole Sephora store in one of them bathroom over there, so you know. And me just walk in there and walk back out more time, because I'm like, why does one woman need all this stuff? Like, you only have one body. But anyhow, I said, listen, here's a concept. Since you like the makeup, right? Do a tutorial while you are doing the makeup. Have a conversation about anything with current topic. They want to hear your opinion too, but them are gonna like how you put on the makeup as well, because she's really good at putting on makeup. She used to actually get paid to do people's makeup for photo shoots and stuff. So she good with it. She good with hair. She good with makeup. She got a brain, and you know if to beat the face. So that's a fair thing come from. Just since I promote a lot of other people, I figured it's only right to promote wifey thing as well, right? So who don't follow her, go look her up on YouTube, follow her Brains and the Beat. For some reason, I'll be trying to put in her link on here. Let me see, and it can't go in. I don't know if one of the time them when we did argue and decide so we are gonna unfollow each other. If we got unfollowed and we can't know. So now when I type,
wrong because I put it with an and sign.
Let me see.
I'm not.
Wait. Are you finally add me back?
Audio. Remove
and or answer? Yes. And let me see. And the beat. So? Maybe I chew on gum?
Yes.
I can't stand. Listen, if you don't chew no gum wrong, I hate people that chew gum like this. Why you have to clot the gum so? See now my ears all with it. Move man. You make my nerves crawl. So all right. So it's a moment for Brains. Y'all gonna look and see if I saw it spell before me post it? All right. So is a I told you so moment. Is a I told you so moment for our Audrey? Yes. Is a I told you so moment for her. Cause the gum tastes good, yeah man, but it make me nerves. Only can chew it silently, you know. My granny used to say, close your mouth when you're chewing, so your food not fly out of your mouth. Lick people, you know. Proper etiquette. That's a clot the gum like any market lady.
They have misophonia.
Me have what?
Misophonia.
Here you know. Everything in all this world, them have a name for it.
It's A and B. It's not the answer.
It's and.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yes.
Brains and the beat.
Yeah.
All right, Sita. I'm gonna send it up through the chat. And notice how
Capital B, capital T, capital B.
hold on there. Well, let me get this right before we move ahead. Hold on there. At come again. Capital B. RAINS. No. AINS. And little and capital T. HE. Capital B.
Me just revert back to me all name.
EAT.
Yes.
I want little R, right?
I want little R.
Why you? Me not think this matter.
It does.
All right, Sita. So how you still not pop up yet?
Maybe you're black, maybe a
Me not black you man. Me not even know if you black people. Me not even know if you black people unless me know my feelings. I wasn't in my feelings. Hi Munchie. Hi Munchie. Say hi mommy.
Hi.
I love you.
Ask Shakira why she Anika said why me change it. He was right. YouTube definitely tagged my channel. And also I realized that people are super nosy in the profession I'm in, and they don't have any boundaries, especially when you put boundaries up for yourself. They like to invade your personal space and
also you not try hide
personal information. And not try hide. You were right about the tanking my channel stuff. And
I was right.
Yes.
Yo, I was right. Jesus is coming soon. Morning or night. I must say this morning it was rocket. We just hear I was right. Oh. I just heard I was right. Hello. Yes, Lord. I hear you. But just hear I was right, my friend. Never hear that yet, you know. Boy. Anyhow, here we are on this beautiful Friday morning. I have nothing to complain about, man. Life is great. All when it's not so great, it's still great because we're here, we're breathing, we're healthy, we're strong, and we give many, many thanks to the Most High. Yes, Jerome said, Flo, can't you say uppercase B and lowercase b, a capital and common? That's old school. Now, talk me age. Capital B, common B. A capital A, common A. So they used to have a school, not true? A basic school. Capital B, common B. Lovely Aneka. Lovely Aneka is in the building. Just entered the chat. That's my fellow content creator sister right there. Go ahead, hit her name as well. Go over to her content, share the love. All right, come on back over. All right, let's get into our topics then. Here's what I have planned, right? I just want to hit the list from top to the end. I can't say bottom because Jerome there. I'm going to say why for the bottom there. So from top, just want to hit the list from the top to the end of the list and just go straight through how it's lined up, and however it falls is how it falls. Or do you want to pick? So let's put TV that to why in the bottom there. All right, brother. So from the top of the list to the end of the list and just go straight through. Y'all agree with that? That's good? Or you want to pick where we start? Up to you. Up to you. Quick. I want to say one or two, yes or no. Do you want me to just hit the list from the top to the end? Or do you want to just pick? You want to pick where we start? Does the audience want to pick where we start? All right. Nan says that's fine. Audrey says hit the list. That's fine. I got 2 so far. Go with the top to the end, Missy Brown Brown. So I got 3 so far. All right, top to the end. Stacey Ann says 4. No, you freestyle. Okay. All right. Let's Go on TV says start from top. All right, and that's what I'm gonna do then. We don't need no more. Hit the list, Virtuous Fire. One person says pick on a PG. PG, big up yourself. Are you alone? I said pick. All right. Onika St. John, thank you for being here. Rosalind Smichael says same thing, top. Donna Davis says do your thing. Donna, big up yourself. And King Big says freestyle it. Same way Prillis123 says go with the list. All right. We're going to go with the list. We no love Toppy. Andrew, them can't win. Hey, me not gonna say nothing. Me not gonna say nothing. I might say I said too much. Too much too early. And then we crash. Too much too early. Me not gonna say nothing. Audrey, behave. It's too early. Freestyle lovely and they can say Audrey so no love top E. So all right. The first one we're starting out with this morning is Donald Trump. Donald Trump has printed out and released merchandise. And the merchant, you find the black out there? Where you find it?
Underneath the bed.
Underneath the bed. My God. What did happen there? So, Trump has printed out and launched merchandise for 2028 election. Okay. And these hats are a tease to his 3rd term as president. Now, we spoke about this before, and I did put up a video that Donald Trump is considering running for president for a 3rd term. The only thing is, the Constitution says presidents can only get 2 terms. But there is a clause in the Constitution that they are going to be challenging. So I've been paying attention to this, right? Just so I can relay it to you. So for the people who keep saying he can't do it, the Constitution says he can't do it. The Constitution pertaining to that actually says that a president cannot serve more than 2 terms if they have served consecutively. Consecutively, like Obama. President Obama served 2 terms back to back, right? So he would not be eligible. So right now they're fighting over it through the legal channels, and they're saying, let's go with exactly what it says, while the Supreme Court is going to be the ones to say, well, it's up for interpretation. Trump was not a consecutive. He won once before. There was a break in his presidency. He lost, and then he won again. So according to that, it would not apply to him. That's what his lawyers are saying. Y'all following this? Okay, so for the people who are wondering how is that possible, if he could even think of that, that's what it is. You know, I remember Donald Trump said something years ago. He said, I'm not the smartest person, and I don't know how to do a lot of things. But what I do know how to do is I know how to find people to get what I want done. I never forgot that. I'm not the smartest person. I don't know how to do a lot of things. But what I do know how to do is to find people who know how to do what I want done and get it done. Here we are, right? So he releases, the president, Donald Trump, is not hiding his desire to run for a 3rd term. In fact, merchandise for his potential run is already up for sale. The president's business has released the most obvious clue to date that the 78-year-old is planning to run again in 2028, despite him being forbidden from doing so. The official Trump store recently released the new Trump 2028 hat, and they are so popular that the site has a disclaimer noting that the cap is in high demand and additional processing might be required as they fly off the shelves. Bright red with bold white lettering, the cap is now on sale for $50. And it is said that they sold So many of them within the first opening hours of it going on sale that their site went down. You know, when you have too much activities and the site jam up and crash, like when them did I try to sell the Vybz Kartel ticket them for Freedom Street out of Jamaica. Right. So the future looks bright. Rewrite the rules with the Trump 2028 high crown hat. The initial product description for that hat stated. The caption appeared to be a play on how the 22nd Amendment strictly forbids presidents from running for more than 2 terms. However, the language was quickly edited and changed to make a statement with this Made in America Trump 2028 hat because a lot of people saw it and were outraged by it, right? So they quickly changed it to make a statement with this Made in America Trump 2028 hat. Now, within minutes of the hat being cited on the online store, a picture of Donald Trump's son, Eric Trump, was seen wearing the cap in a picture that he posted online right when the hat went on sale as well. We have never seen such an incredible item. You know, he sounds just like his dad. You know how his dad was like, we're going to build a wall. It's going to be the most magnificent, biggest wall you've ever seen. That's how his son is about the hat. He's like, we've never seen such an incredible item. We've never seen such an incredible, it's a hat. It's a hat that says Trump. That says Trump 2028. But Eric says, we've never seen such an incredible item. Eric Trump said, sales are through the roof. It has been so popular that the website almost crashed. Eric Trump and his brother, Donald Trump Jr., they've been running the Trump organization while their father serves as president. Eric Trump rocking the new Trump 2028 hat, the president's political operation Trump War Room posted on X, which used to be Twitter, alongside a picture of his first son. Though some have laughed off the idea that Donald Trump would launch another bid for president, the commander-in-chief himself has said that he is very serious about it. Just so y'all know. Speaking with NBC News last month, he doubled down, saying that he was not joking about possibly running again for a third term. He said it's early in the game. There are some things that we'll have to get done first, but I'm serious about it. It's not a joke. He shared that a lot of people wanted him to do it and that there are methods which you could use to do it. However, he eventually admitted that it was far too early to start thinking about that because he just got elected as president and we have damn near 4 years to go of his whatever he's going to be giving us, right? Still, that has not stopped Congress from trying to make the president's wish come through. Representative or Republican Andy Olgis, Representative Andy Olgis, a Republican from Tennessee, introduced a measure shortly after the president's inauguration to change the 22nd Amendment. They're working on it. That proposal would change the amendment's language to specify that a president could run for a third term if the first two were not consecutive. See, I've been reading, I've been watching them. Now, no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than 3 times, nor be elected to any additional term after being elected to 2 consecutive terms, is what the proposal for this legislation is saying. Right now, it says no person should be elected as president for more than 2 consecutive times. So they're like, 2 consecutive times. He wasn't consecutive. You see it? You see it? I know you don't like it. Some of you, anyways, don't like it. Some of you do because some of you are Trumpers and some of you are not, right? President Trump, press secretary Carolyn Leavitt also addressed Donald Trump's much touted third term last month. She said, "You guys continue to ask the president this question about a third term, and then he answers honestly and candidly with a smile, and then everybody here melts down about his answer. People love the job this president is doing. That's all." Oh man. So the merchandise is out. He's gunning for a third term. I already told you what needs to be done in order for him to get it. And there is a political pundit who does these talk shows. They asked him, "Hey, do you think it is possible that Donald Trump could get a third term?" He said, "It is almost impossible because you can't just change the Constitution overnight. However, we're talking about Donald Trump here, and he has already proven to us things that we thought could not happen because they were written into law as it should not happen that way, have already happened. So, I mean, if he is to do it, the guy said, if he is to do it the honest way and follow what the Constitution said, then it would be impossible for him to be president for a third term. However, we're talking about Trump. So I guess you can say gear up. I know some people right now are thinking like, damn, we're not even through this term and they're already thinking about another term. Are we even going to survive this term? I mean, there's a lot going on right now as we speak, just with this term alone. And we haven't even gone halfway through this term. Audrey Wright says, nobody now sweat him. Him a push the idea. Of course it's him pushing the idea, Audrey. Of course it's him pushing the idea, but the thing is, he can push the idea and have a bunch of people back him up for the idea. Karen Notice, big up yourself, morning, Sofa and family. It's the freaking weekend, baby. Enough love and blessings to everyone. Thank you for being here. He would be 82 years old. He would probably be the oldest president that ever served, right? No disrespect to anybody, but I've been around a lot of elderly people, especially a lot of elderly people of a certain demographic. Read between the lines. They start dwindling away pretty early, you know? Like I don't know any of them that are in their 70s that don't have physical ailments and cognitive issues already. So into your 80s, all the ones I know in their 80s have physical ailments and cognitive issues already. And that's just being, I mean, are there any people here who are like in the medical field or who do like home health aid or any of that? Can you vouch for what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? No, not true, babe. I mean, so thinking of the president now being like 80 something years old, commander in chief, you got to think like, well, all his scruples be together. Early signs of dementia, early signs of Alzheimer's. I look at Joe Biden. I hate to say it, but look at Joe Biden. Okay, I guarantee you, in another 3 to 5 years, and probably not even that long, either Joe Biden is going to completely disappear from the public view, just because that's what a lot of famous people do, right? They completely disappear from public view, and then when you see them, you're like, damn, I haven't seen them in a while. Who's that? Because they look completely different, right? They're aging behind the scenes, and it's not a graceful kind of aging because the early onset of what they were going through was starting to show when they disappeared from the scene. Joe Biden. Y'all seen Joe Biden? Joe Biden got off the stage. Joe got off the stage, and everybody was over here. And the person who Joe Biden was supposed to go shake his hand and then walk off the stage was over there with everybody. Joe went that way by himself, and he did a shuffle like this. And he went over there and stood at the corner with his hand like this. Somebody had to come take him and turn him around. Joe, that way. He's over there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Oh, give me a second. Give me a second. Let me pick up my speaker. One of my speakers fell. Okay, go ahead.
First time caller, by the way.
I appreciate you calling in.
I was mentioned. Let me take. I was mentioning the other day. You was having an issue with the live always dropping all the time because of the power in the area.
Uh-huh.
To alleviate that, what you could do is put your router on a UPS backup.
Put my router on a UPS backup.
Yeah, put your router on a UPS backup where if the power goes out, you'll have backup power and your router wouldn't lose power.
Never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, check it out. Look into it.
I just wrote it down and I will definitely look into it. Also, we're going to be, I already have it here pulled up on the other screen, which is StreamYard. So we're going to be working with StreamYard. We promised the audience we would start doing that. So we're going to be working with StreamYard as well. But I appreciate that. And I will definitely look into it.
All right. Have a great day. And I enjoy the show, man.
All right. I appreciate you, my brother. Keep doing
what you do, brother.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye. All right. That's something good to know. I'm not a techie. I wouldn't have known that. Baby, do you know nothing about that? See it there? So, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you for that. No one gonna want Trump in 2028 after I mash up this 4 years. Just say, PG. You know what, PG? The crazy thing is, I would think so, but nah. The crazy thing is, people think he's doing a great job, and sad to say, but no matter how bad things turn out, his fan base. I say fan base. His fan base, no matter what he does, I want supporters like that. His fan base thinks that's what needs to be done. He's doing what needs to be done. You know, when you got it like that, for us who probably didn't vote for him the first time go around, because you know we didn't see where we would fit in, or better would happen for us under his leadership. We're sitting by watching, and we're like, damn. And I'm glad I didn't, because look, and look, and look. But for the people who voted for him, a lot of them are like, yes, he's doing what he's supposed to do. Even when this is the crazy part, even when it's hurting them. Even when that's the crazy part. Even when it's hurting them, even when their rights are, like for instance, check this out, right? So, let's talk about how Biden wiped out over 5 million people's student loan debt. Now, I hear people saying this: student loans, pay your damn loan. You took out a loan, you knew it was a loan, you knew you were going to have to pay back the loan, pay your loan. So, if Trump says wipe that out and make them pay it, he's doing nothing wrong. I want to tell you that a lot of those people are Trumpers that have big student loans, and they were benefiting from getting the student loan wiped out by Biden. So now they're debt free, because student loans be strangling. I don't know if you know it, but you can file bankruptcy if you're buried under debt, but you cannot file bankruptcy and your student loan is included in it. Your student loan is one loan that you, no matter how bad you're doing, you can't get rid of it. So Biden looked around and he said, damn, we're sending $300 million to the people over there. So we're sending another 150 million over there. We're sending 2.5 billion over there. How about we take care of some Americans that are actually trying? These people went to school. They were trying to better themselves, right? Then they got a degree and they thought, yes, when I get a degree, because that's the mindset. Go to school, get a degree, get out, get a high paying job, pay that bill back, be on your way, live happily ever after. Lie. Go to school. The reality is go to school, get that degree, get out of school. Can't find a job in the field you went and spent all that money to get that degree in. Either you're going to have to go back to school for something else, or you're going to have to change gears, or you're going to have to start from the bottom, which everybody did. Start from the bottom with no experience, minimal pay, still can't pay your bills, but you're paying those student loans back regardless. Barely paying your bills, but the student loan is added to the new bills you have to pay as well. So Biden looked around and said, let me save some Americans. And he was successful. They were fighting him the whole way. So this is what he did. Biden was successful in completely wiping out over 5 million Americans' student loans. They woke up one day and they no longer had the $30,000 education, the bill that was coming to their house that they got to pay off, 15,000, 10,000, 40,000, 60,000, depending on what degree you got, how long you were in school for, wiped it out. He said, this is my gift to you. Now go and make something of yourself. You don't have anything to pay back. Donald Trump, not only did Biden wipe it out, he tied up everything else in litigation and put paying back student loans on freeze. So for over a year now, people who have student loans, a lot of them haven't been paying their student loans because it was on freeze while everything was being worked out. Here's what happens next. Trump goes, it's time to unfreeze it. It's time to take all those potential people off the list of the next wave that would have fell under the Biden thing. So if you didn't get it when Biden was in, dog nyam your supper. That's what we say. Your goose is cooked. Because right now they're about to start taking the money back again. And I'm getting to that right now, babe. I'm getting to that right now. They're going to be garnishing your wages to do it. Like, if you work somewhere and your pay goes to your checking account, they're going to slice that off your pay before you get paid out of your pay. That's what garnishing your wages is. For those of you who are on child support by the government's order, you know how that go about garnishing your wages, right? Yeah, they garnish your wages that way. So you work, they get what they get first, and you get what's left of your paycheck. That's what's happening right now as we speak. Despite the collapse of his forgiveness plan, millions. So let's go right here. Trump administration to restart collecting default student loans. And it will start immediately. Student and parent borrowers, not taxpayers, must repay their student loans. That's what it says. So on April 21st, the Department of Education, and don't forget who he elected to be the Department of Education's head. On April 21st, the Department of Education announced that it will resume collection of defaulted federal student loans, making a clear break from the student loan policy under President Joe Biden, who consistently worked to forgive or to pause federal student loan payments, even as he faced legal defeat. The guy that was fighting for them, they were fighting against him. That's what was happening. Biden, I'll give this to Biden. This was his baby. Biden saved a lot of people. If you were one of them that got your student loan wiped out, debt wiped out, and I know a couple of people who did. Some of you are here and you said, thank God, mine went through, I'm good. Well, some others aren't so good. American taxpayers will no longer be forced to serve as a collateral for irresponsible student loan policies, is what the Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, said in a press release. The Biden administration misled the borrowers. The executive branch does not have the constitutional authority to wipe any debt away, nor do the loan balances simply disappear, she said. So she's saying that somebody has to pay that money back. And it ain't going to be taxpayers, it's going to be you who borrowed it. Meanwhile, all that money that's going overseas to all these other places, some of them you can't call their names, because once you call their names, you know how that goes for you, right? Right. Just go look up how much they get per year. So it's okay for taxpayers to bust your ass all year and send all that money to this place and that place, but we can't help each other and our own people here and say, hey, we're paying into the system. That's what would make America a great country. Is if imagine if America calls itself the greatest country on earth, right? And for a lot of reasons it is. But imagine if we could make things better by having actual free education up to a certain level. Let's say free education up to your first 4 years of college. So whoever wants to go all the way up to a bachelor's degree should be good. Free education, right? Anything after that, if you want to go for a master's, if you want to go for a PhD, you should be able to finance your way after that. But because you've been given everything all the way up to at least your first 4 years of college for a bachelor's, that would make America super great. In other countries around the world that are not so privileged in many ways and not as great as the US is, education is free for their citizens. So that was kind of like along the way. And the people of that country, they don't mind paying. Those citizens of those countries, they don't cry about it and say, oh, we pay too much taxes and that's why they have free education here. They pay the taxes with pride, knowing that if I can't benefit from it, at least I know my kids will, or my grandchildren will, or my neighbors' children will, or my nieces and my nephews will, right? Right. So the way how they're spinning this, making it seem like this is what they're doing. They're actually having Americans turn against the people who have student loans. That's why you hear her saying, Biden lied to you. Somebody got to pay this bill. And it's been sitting there for a while. It needs to be paid. Let's get back to collecting it. And it's not fair for the taxpayers to pay it. You who borrowed it needs to pay it back. So, of course, you have people who never went to school, who had no aspirations of going to a trade school, going to higher education of any level. You know, they're angry at you for even trying to get a higher education. So they're like, pay your goddamn loan back. You knew that when you took it out, it was a loan. I don't give a damn about no college. And now they remember what they did with kind of similar to what was done under with the whole COVID thing. Yeah, where people started turning against anybody who said, I don't want that thing. I'm not taking it. What? You're not taking it? You about to kill other people. You all need to be, what they said, y'all need to be rounded up and put in a concentration camp kind of environment. They need to quarantine you. They need to, same thing going on. That's the same divide and rule thing they're doing right now with the student loans. So the next 4 years under Trump, or by time his term is done, you're saying somebody said nobody is going to want to see him, nobody is going to want him because things will be so bad. We'll have to wait it out and see. But what I do know is everything that he is doing has a large audience of supporters. It has a large audience of non-supporters. And I have never seen in my lifetime, anyways, a president who people supported first and so quickly into his presidency, they are out in the streets shouting, impeach him. And they're making videos, putting it on social media, how much they regret voting for him. But still, he still has a large following of people who will make whatever he does look like the right thing to do. The Buffalo Soldier Rest says, my problem is not the paying back of the loan, the paying 2-3 times what you borrowed by the time 10 or more years has passed. Well, that's what it is. That's how they make their money back. That's why it's A lot of people will tell you that it's more of a business than anything else. You know, nobody gives a loan and you pay back the same amount that you borrowed. Anyways, every loan that's ever given is collected with interest. Shout out to the 5 million plus people who who were lucky under Biden. Shout out to them who got their loans forgiven. There won't be any more, not for the foreseeable future. So everybody else who got those loans, you have to pay them back. There's a lot more stuff going on right now, which we're not even going to get into. And I'll tell you the truth, what's going on right now, you have to be super careful how you speak about what's going on right now, because you can get caught up in what's going on right now. I'm going to speak to that when we get to another topic, which is further down on the list. But listen what I just told you just now. Be very careful of how you voice your opinion about what is going on right now. I know a lot of people are like, freedom of speech, and I feel this way, so I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm going to tell you, be very careful. Especially for you people who were not born here, be very careful. I don't give a damn if you have your citizenship. If you weren't born here, be very careful about what you're saying about what's going on right now. You heard me? Notice I said citizenship. Okay. In case you didn't know it, there's a way for them to quickly revoke your citizenship and send you on your way. And no, you don't have to be selling no drugs. You don't have to be beating on your spouse and bloodying up the place. You don't have to be out here killing nobody. You don't have to be doing nothing. You open your mouth and say the wrong thing, and you get put in a certain category. You're out of here. Pay attention. A lot has changed. A lot has changed. All right. Look. This is, let me see. It's a lot of people. You know what I'm going to say about that? And then we're going to move on to the next topic on our list. I'm going to say this. They are now out in the streets in different states. News media is not covering this like how they would before, right? They're not showing you this stuff like how they would before. This is yesterday. The same people who voted for him because they thought that he would do everything in their favor and they would be the only ones not affected are the same people who are now saying, impeach him. I regret voting that way. I wish I could take my vote back. March with us in the streets. Increase our numbers so we're heard and seen. I think not. I think not. You are on your own. This is what we're going to do. We're going to ride this thing out. Remember we said this before? We used to sufferation. We used to poverty and sufferation. We used to hard times. So let's see who's built for this. You just thought I just didn't want to see a certain type of person become my president. You weren't listening to anything. This is a I told you so moment for America and for a certain demographic of people in America. because that woman did tell you so. I went back and I watched the debates. And in one of those debates, she said word for word what the hell was going to happen. And it's happening. It's happening. So I'm sure she's sitting at home going, I told you so. But guess who's safe? Her. She's safe. She got millions of dollars in the bank. She's safe. Yeah. She can afford to not be in it. Guess who can't? Okay. So that's where we're at with that. They can send me home. I'm ready, says PG. Well, PG, we're not gonna get into that. Me not gonna talk big like the boy when me I tell us say we used to work at Walmart with me, and then he used to come in there every day talking about, y'all pardon my language, F this job. Every day this guy come to work. Fuck this place. I hate this. I hate this shit. He'll pick up the people's stuff and throw it. I'm like, aren't you supposed to be stacking those on the shelf? You gotta go stock the shelves. You know, it's like, man, this shit. He in the back just mashing up the people's stuff, right? He come in late almost every day. They called him to the back of the store and fired him one day. Next thing I know, I'm out there working. Long story short, and who I see come in the store with a mopey face. Hey man, what's happening? Hey, you seen Jeff? Said Jeff, the store manager? Yeah, you seen him? I said, nah, I ain't seen him. But you know where his office at back there. I said, man, you think he'll take me back? Take you back? What happened? Man, they fired me, man. Now, I really need this job though. So nobody jump on social media talk about them can't send me back right now. Them can't send me back right now. But don't care. I'm ready right now. I'm not with you. I'm not saying none of that. I got too much going on right now. I'm not saying that. Now, if I got sent back, I would have to deal with it and I'll be okay. But I ain't ready. So I don't want you to interrupt what I got going on right now. You understand? Right. So nobody with it, you'll send me back. I don't give a damn. I'm ready. Send me back right now. Right now. Next thing you know, you gone for real. You wanted them on the damn plane going. I wasn't ready. John know, should I listen to SouFLo and just shut my mouth and a star? No, me have to go. You know what? I'm gonna make 2 videos and say me good. Me good at yard. Me good at yard. Me alright. And then when the video go up, I just cry. I don't make nobody see me I cry. Rough down here, I know dog. Yeah, life a little better with me than make a couple of US dollars. You know, I'm not too established a yard yet. Yeah. Don't find yourself in that position. It's okay. Just it's best to just don't say nothing. You know what I mean? It's best to just don't say nothing. We have to know how to move in these times, family. Yeah, nothing that power chest we want to get off. I feel your pain. Whole heap of stuff we want to say. I feel your pain. But today ain't yesterday. They running this completely different right now. You understand? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, Flo. How are you?
Good morning, my brother. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right.
All right. Talk to you.
Yeah, man. Just so we see all right. You remember the dude that said, Andrew Wallace got hurt in your mother. 5 minutes later.
5 minutes later, Mr. Holness. But sorry, sir. I didn't throw me. They just try to go through some things, sir. You didn't see the one when the Indian brother about are we decide who dead and who live around here. So matter of fact, me tell you no. For me gun them long round here so like a broomstick. You tell me I say whole heap of shot round here. We bust boy head regular round here. You know the Indian youth.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, them curl him in a less than 12, brother. I have him tie up, you had them tie up behind him back. You see him look on the police is off camera too. And him look off camera like, sorry, Mr. Holness. And you can hear somebody say, and tell him say he's a rass idiot. He's a rass idiot. He's a rass idiot. Tussa. The excuse. Yeah, so nobody with the tough talk. Then we make you have to walk it.
Say, yeah, man, send me back a yard.
Yeah, don't send me back. I'm not ready yet. I'm going to say it right straight out. Don't send me back. I am not ready. I'm not volunteering.
So, as I talk about that, sometimes I see news that's your type of niche, but whenever me try to send it to you on IG, You'll never go through because you have never access to open message or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, it always happens. Because even the news that I saw recently where them said that marriage for green card now is not you're not liable to get a green card
Right.
starting like April this year.
Yeah. And oh, guess what? I have a couple of cases. I'm putting up a video today about immigration. So people who are married are here and they thought, okay, they can file for their green cards from here. You just open a can of worms, bro. They can file for their green cards from here. They are with their spouse here in this country. Their spouse is a citizen. Another thing that Biden did before he went out, he put something in place where the spouses of American citizens were safe. So they were more than like guaranteed to get their papers because of who they were married to. That's one of the first things Trump got rid of when he came into office. So American citizens married to people who are not from here and their spouse waiting on their paperwork to come through, they're sending them home. Yesterday, a wife, she went in for her regular appointment and she came out the office in a handcuff. Another one, the woman was waiting outside. She said this is her husband's regular, and he's just waiting on his court date. And when she saw he never came out, hours passed, he didn't come out. She looked across the fence. She saw a long line of people with their hands zip tied in front of them. And she realized her husband was one of them in the line as well. So they're taking people from their appointments.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
So it's like these people
and these are people who are married to a citizen and have their paperwork in and were waiting their turn for their paperwork to be processed. They're saying go back to your country and wait there.
Well, no, it's even worse because you go back to your country, they always going to be happier going through all your social, the posts, everything. And then it's hard, so you maybe don't get through.
Right, right.
So you're saying that these people them vote for their own demise?
Yes, they voted for his own demise. We go vote.
They say, you see a man that and machine and they are filed to apartment. And you know what go up.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, like my mother used to send me to go cut willow switch and go have a stick.
And you know.
And we know, say, we go get
yeah.
Worse.
The worst thing, brother, but that's what they did. Yeah.
All right, big up yourself. Oh, no, you can't sing it and with the time them way all there say.
Oh, we going both. Oh, wait, we have the video. We have a video left this morning. All right. Mothers.
Yeah.
We going both. For Donald Trump. Everybody, louder, I can hear you. We love you, Mr. Trump. We going both. For Donald Trump. Oh, man. See there? I think that song should sell a million copies or more. Here we go.
I'm Hispanic and I vote for Mr. Trump. We vote for Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump. We love you. We love you.
A few moments later.
Beyond betrayal. They used us. They actually, during the campaign, and I don't want to make this political, but during the campaign, the elected officials from the Republican Party, they actually told us that he was not going to touch the documented people. I'm Hispanic and I vote for Mr. Trump. We vote for Mr. Trump.
Yeah!
Trump. We love you. We love you. On the way to the White House. Beyond betrayal. They used us.
We gon' vote for Donald Trump. Everybody, louder, I can hear you. We gon' vote for Donald Trump. Yeah. It didn't turn out too good, did it? Well, that is that. I'll say this. It looked they're the ones that are getting the brunt of it for now. There's a lot of stuff that's happening right now where we will start to pull up the African Americans for Trump soon and blacks for Trump soon, because they're about to get their medicine too. Big time. Big time. You'll see. I'll be here for it. This is the year, man. And for the next couple of years, remember what we said? We're going to get our popcorn ready and our liquid juice ready. And we're going to sit down and we're going to watch this series. It's a series. This is like a Netflix series. I don't know what episode we're on right now, but this the series. And we're just watching the series unfold. Very entertaining series it is, I must say. Right? Right now, according to them, they said that over 10 million Americans need to pay their student loans, need to start paying their student loans again. Over 10 million Americans need to start paying their student loans again, have not paid in over a year. Over 10 million have not paid in over a year. That was Biden that was trying to save them. He was like, hold off on it. We're going to defer payment until we work this out. I'm pretty confident that once we go through the process, but they stalled them until his time expired in office. So here we go again. We're on Series 2, Episode 6, Mr. Barbara. Series 2, Episode 6. Listen, here's a little bit of motivation for everybody here. Canada's first Black cardiologist. You know, I just feel like anything that says first Black anything in 2020, anything is just... But you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it because this is motivation for a lot of other people. So if you look at the icon this morning, you will see the young doctor in the middle, and she is the person that we're going to be talking about, right? She's pretty young. She looks even younger. Hi, oh, mommy. Are you ready? You ready? Okay. This is outfit check. Let me see this. This is Milani. And Milani is ready for her outfit check. Ready for your outfit check, mommy?
Yes.
So you're going to tell your mom to cut this off right here. All right. Come jump on daddy. Yeah. Ha. Oh, 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 oh. They saw you already this morning. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Bill. All right. What's this called?
Outfit check.
This is outfit check. It's Friday. This is your Friday wear. Okay. And you got some new shoesy?
From Marshall.
Okay.
But we did it for Minecraft shoes.
You didn't get Minecraft shoes for Papa? All right. So Melania is showing off her outfit as usual. This is her outfit check moment. See them pink hearts for you, mommy?
Mm-hmm. They like my shoes.
We didn't know when to reach the shoes yet. Let's show off the outfit first. This is her little... I don't know what this is. Very girly though. Little jumper, I guess. Today is Friday. That's her little girly jumper type thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah? You're so beautiful. You are gorgeous. All right. You want to show off your shoes now?
Yeah.
Okay. Show off your shoes now. Here goes the shoesy. She said she got new shoes.
And they're from Marshalls.
And they're from Marshalls.
We tried them on Marshalls and they fit me.
And they fit you, so you just took them?
No, my mommy took them.
Your mommy took them? How about daddy went in there to get shoes for Papa?
Yeah.
And we didn't get no shoes for Papa. We came out with shoes for you instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
But Kaiga used to watch the turtle.
But wait, you gotta show your face first. You gotta show off your pretty face. Show off the pretty face. That's the pose you given this morning. Okay, then we gotta show off the pretty hair. Show off the pretty hair. Ah, there we go. I told you mommy's skilled with the hair thing. Show off the other side. Oh, there we go. Gorgeous, beautiful, girly. All right, back to the pretty face. All right. I love you.
Love you.
Give me your book. I'll come get you, okay?
Blue chips.
Blue chips? And juice? Okay. All right. See you soon.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, pretty.
I'm actually going to be still here.
You're going to be still here?
Yeah.
All right. All right. And you didn't tell the people bye. You didn't tell them have a nice day. Milani. Hold on there.
Bye-bye.
Tell them bye. Say have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
All right. Bye-bye, mommy.
Bye.
Give me a kiss. I love you. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hello, SouFLo.
Morning, family.
Good
How you
morning.
doing?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Okay. I have one thing to say. Okay. I have a friend. I'm a Jamaican.
I can tell.
And I came here, my mother brought me here legally 42 years ago. And I have a friend, Jamaican. And he came here and sought himself out. And he's the biggest Donald Trump. I don't even talk to this guy no more.
He's the biggest Donald Trump supporter?
Yes.
He came here legally too?
Yes, and sought himself out.
He came here illegally and sorted himself out?
Yes. And he's kicking out against people.
Yeah.
I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him no more.
So that mash up the friendship?
Of course it mash up the friendship. My mother came here on a visa 50-something years ago. So how could I fight against someone?
Right. Yeah.
You know,
you have a lot of our people that are like that though, brother. A lot of them is like, it's not just your friend. There's a lot of them that are like that.
Yeah, but
it's either they came here not straight and straighten themselves out, or somebody who sponsored them to come here came here and fight the fight first and got themselves straight, then sent for them. And that's what I was trying to show people while we were going through the election process. It's like, don't forget your people. You know what I mean? I'm not encouraging illegal immigration, but I'm just saying, do not forget your community that you come from. Do not forget your people, because somebody paved the way for you to be able to come here. But
exactly. And here the problem is now, he have a son who get himself in trouble, and I guarantee right now he can't get on a flight because he's not a citizen. You understand?
His son was born here though?
No.
Oh.
Man.
Well, yeah, life has a way of going full circle on you, don't it?
I'm telling you.
Yes. So, yeah.
I couldn't believe there is nothing you could say to this man and he tell you straight up. Don't even mention Biden, Harris, nothing. You understand me? And I just cut him off.
Boy, sad to hear still that your friendship end over politics. But
yes,
I've seen it happen before. It happened to me with family members, good family members too. That I'm talking about. I have an auntie that raised me pretty much. She was like one of my favorite aunts, all this other stuff. And you know, that's the same avenue that the relationship went down. They are here in the United States of America. They are starch Republicans no matter what. They don't vote based on policy. They vote just Republican, period. And so I remember when it was the Obama election, and I said, I'm going for President Obama. Before he was president, I said, I'm going for President Obama because he's going to be the president, etc. And they cut me off, stopped talking to me. Up to this day, they talk every now and then, but now I'm the kind of person where if you haven't talked to me in so long, you could just keep on not talking to me. I'll see you in the other lifetime if we buck up in our next life after this. You know what I mean? Because you cut me off for nothing, just for that.
Yes, because I remember my mom, she got a visa to go shopping in Puerto Rico. And when she landed in Puerto Rico, the next day she fly to New York, okay?
So mommy didn't have it planned and she map it out.
Exactly.
Boy, well, you know, she did what she had to do, and
No,
then
because
then here you are.
she told us that she wasn't coming back. She gonna sort out herself. And 5 years later, we were living in the United States.
Mommy was about the business. She was
You
about that
understand?
business. Yeah.
And so many Jamaican, I can't believe. But
You
we
know,
never born here, so I'm not getting deep in the thing.
right.
I just watch what's going on and stay as far as I can.
All right, my brother. That's the stance
Yeah,
to take, right? Because
yeah,
no
man.
matter what, we are still a guest in other people's house, so to speak.
Exactly.
All right, move
Have a
wisely.
blessed one, my brother.
Manners and respect, my brother.
Bless.
All right. So, you know, at the end of the day, just move wisely. He said his mom got a visa to go work in Puerto Rico. And the very next day, as she landed in Puerto Rico, she flying out of New York. Mommy wasn't playing. She was like, she had plans. 5 years later, all her kids were with her in the US. That's what I'm telling you. Some people like forget. Or you know what? I found out that it's not that some people forget. I found out that is that some people didn't know. Some people didn't know because I see my brethren saying, "Yo, I had to sit. When I sat down and told my sons about what I went through to be here now, like his children are grown. They're one just graduated. Well, the second one just graduated college. The first one already graduated a couple of years ago. So his kids are like going through the school system, going off to college, you know, earning degrees, doing things with their lives. And they're so privileged and they cannot relate to the struggle side of the immigrant story, not knowing that that's where they come from. So he made a good point where he said, I just realized trying to talk to my kids today about the situation, the immigration situation, that they are completely out of touch with what's going on. Those I can understand. But the ones who actually did not even come here straight, or you know of your people's plight, the people them, the same people them will end up send for you after them bata yaso and straighten out themselves. You're wicked, man. You're wicked. That's the only word I could have for you is you're wicked. Me see a person say, yeah, me did come here, me never straight, but and me never beg to come here, cause me come here never straight as a picnic. But my thing sort out now. So yes, me I vote for that side there. How about you just do it the right way and just come here straight in the first place? I said, wow, you took a hard stance for somebody who didn't even come here straight. I know it was against your will, right? Because you said you didn't come here straight, or I guess them get a visa to come up and them parents decide, so we're not sending back. We just go hold out here so and just fix things from here, so. Wow. And you take a stance like that? I can't do it. I can't do it. Now, to the person who said earlier, PG, I saw your comment from earlier where you said, no SouFlo, me can go back, me sure. So, listen, although I was making a joke, a part of it wasn't really funny. I got way too much stuff going on here. So I can be like you and say, send me back. No, because I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't be one of the Jamaicans them that's suffering in Jamaica. Boy, time things rough down here, no dog, it hard. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be one. However, however, is that what I want to be doing with my life at this point in my life? No. So that's what I was more alluding to, the fact that I have stuff going on and I don't want my stuff I have going on interrupted. You understand? Like them just grab me and send me back. I me tell people all the time, say don't throw a stone behind you. Go your yard and make sure say you're good there. Because any card can play, anything can happen. I've been saying this for years. You know what I mean? So you don't think I'm on the same footing. Like, may I shore up myself and I'm a place too. However, I'm a father of 6. All my kids are here. It's not wise for me to talk like that. I got kids that are getting ready to go off to college. And I got kids that just started school. So it's not wise for me to talk like that. I've seen families break up in that manner, right? And the kids them They're without their dad, without their main protector provider. Although him big mouth and him good, and he is good over so, but guess who ain't? His kids. So yeah, we have other things that go on, man. Naya TV Lifestyle says that's sad that people stop talking over politics. Religion and politics are the worst. Never should break up family though. A wise person said, you see religion, you see politics, and you see your paycheck, you see them three something there. Don't discuss these with nobody. Religion, politics, and your paycheck. Don't discuss with nobody. As soon as you open your mouth about religion, you're Muslim, I'm Christian, he Hindu, this one Krishna, that one Jewish, this one, this. We enemies right away. We don't see things the same way. Who you think is God is not God. We're about to go at it, right? That's religion. Division. Politics, same thing. If you Jamaican, you could just look at JLP, PMP, and look at how that war goes. Same thing here. Democrat, Republican. Look at how that war goes. Paycheck? Don't do it. Don't do it. So, soon as you start talking about paycheck, there's going to be some problems. Religion, politics, and paycheck. Or am I going like say my somebody now because I make all heap of money. Remember one time I never used to make no money, never used to go on so. Yeah, money change them, you know. That time you're not changing, you know. You're the same person. See? But them will harbor some feelings now. Once them find out exactly how much you make, so it's like them can't come tell you say, why me bex. See how much money you're making, you know. What's me now get none? That would sound weird, right? So the next best thing to do is to say, yeah, I'm change bad. Why? I don't know. Money change people, you know. Politics, paycheck, religion. Leave those out of any conversation. Anytime I want to stir something up here, I pull for any one of those. And it always works. Here. All right. The first black Canadian female cardiologist, Dr. Alexandra Bastiani. Dr. Alexandra Bastiani, right? There was an interview that was done with her. I'll take you through some of the interview. Let's put her face up on the screen first, though, so everybody gets to see this sister. Super proud. Super proud. So a little bit of motivation for those of us out there. Here she is. See how she looks super young? Well, you know, they say black don't crack, but on top of black don't crack, you already know how it go. Black people be out here 60 years old looking like they're 35. So there she is. Take a good look at that face. There's a lot of intelligence behind those eyes. She came to change things. So, you're the first black woman in Canada to become an interventional cardiologist. How early in your life did you decide that this was going to be the path for you? She was asked. She said, I decided I wanted to be a physician in high school. It was pretty clear in my mind at the time, and I never stopped working to achieve that goal. During my first year in medical school, I fell in love with the human heart, but I did not think cardiology was for me until I learned about interventional cardiology. This is a practice that works on the arteries in the heart to remove blockages using non-invasive procedures through the wrist or through your groin. I've always strived for excellence, and I wasn't growing up seeing any example around me, but that did not mean that I couldn't do it. Initially, I wanted to be a general surgeon, she said. Interventional cardiology would eventually allow me to merge my growing passion for the cardiovascular system with my love for surgery and my need for action. Those who know me know that I can stand in place. I could never sit in an office all day, every day. So I had to be moving around. They said, did you have a lot of support? She said, I have a whole team behind me. my parents, my friends, my family, my high school, my college teachers, they were all always there, very supportive of my endeavors. But I did come across people telling me that I might want to choose something else. They would mention how difficult it was to get into medical school, but I ignored their advice. When I started the School of Medicine, there were very few black students in my class. My class had 250 people in it. It was years into my training before I encountered any teacher who even looked like me. I have been referred to as the black resident instead of by my name. I have had a teaching position suggest that I should consider another career field, knowing that I had already received my acceptance letter from the cardiology program. A few teachers even suggested that I was not cut out for cardiology. But I'm glad that I had so many other supervisors and mentors who encouraged me and believed in me. This is where they try to break your will, right? You know, you're not really cut out for this. Maybe you want to go into nursing. Maybe you want to do this. Maybe you want to do that. That's where they try to break your will. They asked her, where did you find the strength to believe in your dreams, particularly since you could not see someone like you living those dreams as an example for you to follow? It's not like she knew a female cardiologist and she was like, oh, I want to be like Auntie Joan, or I want to be like Miss Simpson, the cardiologist lady who looks just like me. She'd never seen anybody like her. Where did you find that courage? That she said, I have always strived for excellence. Not seeing any example never meant that I could not do it. Both my parents had defied the odds by attending college and university and becoming young professionals in a foreign country. I was determined to follow in their footsteps and achieve my dreams despite how the world perceived me and independently of what society expected of me. I was determined to rise above the statistics and the stereotypes. I must also say, I love a challenge. Then they asked her this. You're of Haitian descent and you're a pretty young woman. How does this impact your work and your influence in the medical space? She's Haitian from the Caribbean. She said, I struggled to find my voice for a while. As a black woman, a double minority, black woman, black and woman, I often felt like I couldn't show up authentically since I was so different from my colleagues. Today, I understand that my identity is actually my strength, and I am unapologetically black and feminine. Being a black woman in medicine gives me a different perspective on the unique experiences that black women and black indigenous people of color encounter in a predominantly white medical system. Offering culturally appropriate care is a cornerstone of my practice. I never hesitate to denounce racist or inappropriate behavior towards blacks and indigenous patients and raise awareness on racial bias in medicine. So she's an advocate. I can't tell you how important it is for us to have advocates inside of the medical field, right? I'll put it to you like this. If somebody really wants to hurt you, that's the place where they can really hurt you. Your mom could walk into a hospital thinking she's going for a simple procedure, and next thing you're planning a funeral because the nurse or the doctor who looked after her purposely misdiagnosed and took her life. Your father, your brother, your cousin. So it's always important when we go in there and we see people like ourselves. I know for a fact that I'm not the only one that feels that way. We've had this discussion before. I've never gone into a medical setting and it's somebody who is not like me, and I feel comfortable, like 100% comfortable. I'm always like, oh, damn. Okay. Don't have anybody in here that's like me. I'm at the mercy of these people. So I'm skeptical, right? Right. They asked her, you've mentioned a phenomenon called the biology of adversity that affects Black, Indigenous, and South Asian people. Can you explain what that is? She said the biology of adversity refers to the role of environment in the development of cardiovascular disease, CVD. Adverse environments like living with poverty, facing discrimination, or lacking access to proper health care, all these can lead to chronic stress and inflammation in the body, including in the heart. This ongoing stress and inflammation increases the risk of developing heart disease. In other words, where you live and the challenges you face daily can have a big impact on your health, your heart health. This connection highlights the importance of addressing social and environmental factors to improve overall heart health. Is biology of adversity in any way that is linked to generational trauma? They asked her, and she said, in my opinion, these two concepts are intertwined. Traumatic events with social, economic, and familial impacts causes distress that can be passed down for generations. What is also passed down is the DNA. On a genetic level, even the DNA adapts to the chronic stress state by decreasing anti-inflammatory genes transcription and by increasing the production of inflammatory cytokines, or cytokines are small proteins in the body that help control the immune system and inflammation inside the body. In other words, stress has an impact even on our DNA, and the biological effect of social determinants of health on the risk of cardiovascular disease may be passed down from one generation to the next generation to the next. So one of the biggest things for her is that she is an advocate to see more people of color, especially people that look like her, let's not cut any corners, Black people in the medical field, especially at a higher level. Nurses, we have lots of those. We want to start seeing some more surgeons, right? Some more doctors. And she is advocating for that. Now, as I was pulling her up, or as I pulled her story up this morning, I came across this that I thought is super important to share this with you, my audience. Check this out. I want you to pay attention. I want you to listen closely. Okay, here we go.
I was in medical school from 1996 to 2000. When I was on my third year OB rotation, back then, all the patients delivered in the OR. Vaginal delivery, C-sections, they all delivered in the OR. And I remember going back for a delivery, Black patient. This is her fourth or fifth delivery.
Black patient.
Delivered seamlessly, not an issue. I remember it was me,
watch her,
the faculty, and a resident. Don't remember what year the resident was, doesn't really matter. But after the patient delivered, the faculty looked at the resident and said, have you repaired a 4th degree laceration yet? And the resident said no. So, hold on. So, the faculty got a pair of scissors. Okay, the faculty got a pair of scissors, and he put one blade in the vagina and one blade in the rectum, and he cut. The 4th degree, and a patient who had already delivered. Yeah.
And unfortunately, something similar happened to me, but it was handled very differently.
She's a doctor. That's
I
speaking.
was actually in residency at this time. It was 2014. And I was a junior resident and a faculty member at one of our outside hospitals. Wasn't one of our main hospitals because you guys know where I went to residency, so it wasn't one of the two hospitals. And one of the faculty members actually asked me if I have ever had repaired a third or fourth degree laceration, and I said absolutely not. So what that means is that you have a larger tear. The tear goes into the muscle between the vagina and the anus, or all the way through. So there's like two holes became one. And so I said, no, I had never done that. And he brought out a scissors. And I had a senior resident who was a Black resident who was there, my chief resident. And shout out to her. She knows who she is. And she literally held his hand. And she said, you will not do that. You will not cut that. And so that is how that patient was not cut, right? So apparently, obviously, that didn't happen. But you guys, you have no idea how important it is to have Black medical students, residents, doctors advocating for you, because her outcome was different. My outcome, it never happened. Okay. I learned on beef. Okay. I learned on beef tongue. I didn't learn on a human being because my resident was bold enough. She didn't care what happened. She held his hand. That's what happened.
I was in medical school from.
This is Dr. Ruthie, and you can find Dr. Ruthie on Instagram. I am Dr. Ruthie. You could find her on Instagram. So, in case you missed that, the white woman said what that white doctor did was she was a resident going through training. He said, have you ever repaired a fourth degree laceration before? She said, no. This is her learning. This Black woman had delivered, this is her fourth or fifth baby, delivered with no problem. She was still spread out open right after delivery. He went over there and decided this is the perfect person to try to teach you that on. So he took the scissors, she said, and he put one part in the vagina and one part in her butthole and made one clip. Pow! Bust it. Dr. Ruthie just explained to you what that is. The vagina and the anus becomes one hole. That's wicked. And she said, now Dr. Ruthie, the Black doctor, said in her residency, they were about to do the same thing, except for the head person in her residency grabbed the hand of the doctor and said, no, you will not do that. And that was another Black woman they were about to do that to. So it's like, if we want to teach everybody how to learn how to repair a fourth degree laceration, let's find all the Black women that's delivering babies, perfect people to go ahead and damn. So you see, when I pull up stuff like this, right, and I say, this young doctor right here, Dr. Alexandra Bastiani in Canada, and she becomes the first Black woman interventional cardiologist, and she is saying all the racism she encountered and people trying to discourage her, telling her go find a different field, but she didn't let it discourage her. She knew she was going to make it. She got to have confidence in yourself, and now she is a big advocate for having others, and she said she does not miss the chance to shoot down racism or racist actions anywhere she sees it in the field. We need more of these. That's the only way we're going to be safe. That's the only way we're going to be safe. A fellow Black woman will look at another Black woman and say, I'm not doing that to her. I want to learn how to do a fourth degree laceration, but they teach us how to do it on beef tongue. That's what Dr. Ruthie said, right? So why should another woman like myself, like my mom, just go cut her and make her anus and her vagina one big hole? And they wouldn't do it to their own kind. Why? Because they look at their own kind and say, nah, she's just like my sister. or she's just like my daughter, or she's just like my mother, or she's just like my favorite auntie. But when you're in there, this is our perfect opportunity to try on an actual human. I've been trying this in the lab on beef tongue. I want to see what it feels like on human. Let's try it on the black woman. We can say while she was giving birth, the baby was so big it ripped her, and that'll be that. Live on the air with SouFlo. I'm good, family. How you doing this morning?
Well, I'm doing very good.
Awesome. Awesome.
I want to give you 3 examples of something I've experienced. The first one, I was training to be a RPN, registered practical nurse in Canada. That was years ago. It was 1995. I was a young person. So anyway, and I got discouraged from this teacher. There was 2 teachers, and I can still remember this woman's name. 2 of them was white, but one of them, she was more encouraging, you know. But the next one, she just discouraged me. And what she did a lot of things. At that time, I was pregnant. And myself and another woman was pregnant, another Jamaican woman too. And she would pick on us. I'm telling you, and she discouraged me from going into nursing, discouraged me. And I remember one day I was going in training, like you're doing in service. I was 1 minute late to go on the floor, a minute late, because the lockers were giving problems. So, you know, this locker with the codes, it was giving problems. So I was a minute late, and that woman almost made me vomit. I was pregnant. I just felt discouraged. So anyway, I pulled through, and I still did what I have to do. So the second experience now I'm telling you about is myself going to the hospital last month. And when I went to the hospital, there was this white doctor, he's an older man. And he was talking to me. And he was positive with me. And he said to me, "What is happening to you?" And I told him. And he said, "Tell me, what sickness have you had before?" And I started from I was in my 30s telling him when I was back home in Jamaica. And he said, "Always tell people things that happened to you way back when, because it could help you, because sometimes it's what happened to you way back when is recurring." And I've met doctors who, when I start telling them things that I know about me, they said, "Oh, that happened long ago." That was before I met this doctor. And they keep telling me nothing cannot be wrong with you. It happened years ago. And this white doctor said to me, "Tell it like it is, because it could be something recurring from your past." Now, this was a white man, an older white man. The third thing I have to tell you, I've never met this lady, but she took a surgery right here in this country. You know which country I am?
No, you have to tell me.
Next door to you. Okay. So this lady got a surgery, a cardio surgery for her heart. And when the lady said, when the doctor saw her, they were looking at her like, "She's still alive? This woman is alive? This woman is alive?" So she came to the States to her family, and they took a lot of tests on the lady, went x-rays and so. And then, because it was her daughter that sent for her to come and do the So they say you got a bad cut when you got your cardiac surgery. So you see, a black woman. Yep. So it's out there. Yeah.
So they expected for her to die, and they were surprised that she actually lived.
And she lived many years after. Yeah.
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 Yeah, we're well aware, you know. Most of us black people are very much aware, and that's the reason why we're afraid.
Yeah.
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 But thank you for sharing.
Sometimes not even the black people like yourself. You can meet black people like yourself sometime, you know. And these doctors will tell you, you don't know what happened to you, you know. And you will meet Asian doctor and white doctor, and they will be very positive with you. So sometimes it's not even the race, it's the empathy. Okay, so thank you for your platform.
All right,
I appreciate it. Have a good day.
You too now.
Yeah, thanks.
Nah, it's the race. We're gonna go with it's the race. It's the race. I want to see a whole lot of black people in there, because even if it's one or two in there that ain't really doing what they're supposed to do, I'm sure there's gonna be more compassion in there and all that other stuff. It's always the race. It's always the race. I'm not even gonna get into what I was about to say. I was thinking something while she was speaking. You know, I realized that black women or black older people, period, not women, but black older people, they tend to have a kind of a high level of reverence for a certain profession. And then if you are white and of that certain profession, they tend to have an even higher reverence for those individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my Lord and Savior. This my doctor, Dr. So-and-so, or whatever. Nah, it's always the race. It's always the damn race. Always the race. It's a lot of times that they could have steered you in a different direction, but they steered you down medication avenue. So you stayed on medication avenue and they got rich off you for your whole life until you passed away from the same issue. Your issue never healed. You just had to keep staying medicated, right? I could talk on and on about this all day. It's always the race. Just like when you deal with police officers, there are messed up black police officers out there as well. But most of the time, when you deal with police officers under situations that can be de-escalated, I've seen it many times over. Black police officers will de-escalate a situation if they're dealing with a black person, whereas that same situation we've seen many times over when it's a white police officer, the situation quickly escalates into something where black person ends up losing their life or is beat down and arrested when it could have been avoided, kind of thing. So it's always the race. End of the day, let's not try to go around this. We need more of us inside of certain professions so that we can have advocacy from the inside of that profession. Just like Dr. Ruthie just said, she was there and they were about to snip that black woman, and it was her residency leader that grabbed the doctor's hand and said, no, we're not doing that. It's always the race. All right. Moving on to the next topic now. Stopping the Chinese mechanics. So for those of you who missed the conversation before, let's take this call real quick. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. Sorry, I just called as you said you was going to move on to the next topic.
Right, you called in perfect timing before I even started it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, me personally, I stay away from white doctors like the plague as much as I possibly can.
They scare me. I'm not lying. They do.
I stay away from when I say the plague, like the plague.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Any doctor I have to go to, you know how they'll be like, oh, they'll refer, I'm going to give you a doctor. I'm going to Google. I need to see where the black doctor then. If I can't find a black doctor, I'm like, okay, what's next? If I can find an Indian doctor, they're touch and go. But I personally had good experiences with Indian doctors.
Right.
But yeah, I stay from white doctors like the plague. Especially if you're pregnant. No, I'm not having no white person delivering my baby. I don't trust these people because this is the kind of stuff that they do. Right. And you know, I remember when I was younger, you know, there was you go, I think every child goes that you want to be a doctor. And I remember my mom had a friend over the house and they're like, oh, you're going to be in school for 15 years. And I was like, oh, and you know, kind of turned me off. And then you turn away from it. And it's not until you're an adult, I'm like, damn.
I could have done that.
That's where I should have been because you really you start to realize the need. So now my children are very young. I impress on them. I want you to be a doctor. And not only that, there are programs for children. If you sometimes you see like the advertisements, they'll have like middle school, like doctor prep kind of thing, and they get to be like they teach them the ropes. And that is how you start to, not the greatest word, but groom them into medicine.
Spark their interest.
Yes.
Right.
We have to do that. Don't wait. We generally, whatever you want to be, to hell, I don't care what you want to be. Whatever you want to be, you can be on the side. You need to be a doctor. You need to be an engineer. That's how the African them do it.
Yes. Steer them.
Yes, you have to steer them. Stop letting them float all over the place.
True.
We can't afford to do that. We must steer them. So find programs, summer programs, for your kids that are related. Just Google it, related to medicine, because we do need more Black doctors.
Absolutely.
Because these people can't be trusted. Period. They can't be trusted.
When you hang up, I'm gonna put out my disclaimer because I know. I'll say it when you're done. But
I honestly, I'm at the point. I don't give a damn who think what is racist, because we are the ones who are dying.
Right.
Everybody's comfortable when we're dying. Everybody's comfortable when we're hurt. So we're not supposed to my priority is self-preservation.
And nobody can argue.
Priority.
And nobody can argue. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And there's a 400-year track record of a consistent behavior. So I have to go another 400 years to get it? It don't mean I hate nobody.
Right.
But I'm not going to allow myself to be used as a guinea pig to determine, well, this one might be nice. I don't think this one might be nice. By the time I finish nice, I figure out who's nice, I'm dead.
Dead.
And I'm talking about. To hell with that. To hell with what they think. Fine, I'm racist. No problem. I'll be racist then. But I'm going to be alive and racist.
I hear you, my friend.
How about that?
I hear you.
So.
Absolutely. Manners and respect as always, yes?
Yes, take care.
All right. So the views of the caller is not necessary. Nah. let me put my disclaimer like this. No, let me clarify. No one is saying that white doctors are incapable. That's not what we're saying. You're absolutely capable, right? You're at the height of your profession. You are skilled in what you do. You are absolutely capable. We're not saying you're not capable. We're just saying that we are afraid because of the history of dealing with. You understand? And we feel a bit more comfortable when we go into that space and we get to work with somebody who is our own kind. Because there's always been like more empathy, there's always been more care, there's always been more level of a respect, and that way we can develop a better rapport and be treated or feel like we're being treated like valuable human beings. So that's what that was. So she put it in that way and said she'll trust them. A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that way. And you can't blame them. You know, they have every right to feel that way when you look at the history of, right? Right. All right. With that said, moving right along, we're going to go into the Chinese mechanics story. For those of you who weren't here, 60 seconds to catch you up. Chinese mechanics have started opening local mechanic shops in Jamaica, and they don't have hands enough for the amount of people that are turning up to their business on a daily basis. A lot of these Jamaican people have been done wrong by their mechanics, overcharged them, done tricks on their vehicles so that they have to come back, robbed them, and they've experienced this all along. So the Chinese people who have businesses in Jamaica, if you don't know it, there's a large business community, Chinese business community in Jamaica. They own lots of wholesales. They own lots of whatever else you could think of. They own lots of those on the island. So their vehicles need to be maintained too. And they keep running through the same problems that the local Jamaican people have been running through. So they are a united people. So they get together, Chinese association, whatever, they get together in their meetings and they say, hey, we're having this problem, right? From every sector, everybody. Chongyang, same problem. Mingning, same problem. Hey Lou, same problem? Okay, let's fix this problem. So they decided we're going to open our own mechanic shops here, take care of all our own vehicles. And from that came, hey, there's a demand for honest, knowledgeable work on these people's vehicle among the population. So let's just make it big enough and do everybody's vehicle. And we can make a great deal of money at it while we're doing it. What ends up happening is they're fixing people's vehicles so good, everybody starts talking about going at the Chinese people them. Don't go back around and so and so, go over the Chinese people them. The Chinese people them are going to fix it one time and done. And that's what's been happening. So now it's like the Jamaican mechanics are losing big time because their customers ain't coming back, right? Now, after we had this conversation, you know, I said to myself, what if they try to find a way to shut them down? Because we thought about all the other things, extortion, gunman, this, that, and the other. You know, Jamaica operate already. And then we came to the conclusion that, nah, they would more likely do that to us, like me. If one of our kind go to Jamaica and open up some big place with proper, you know, and we have that kind of business where that we showed the videos before, the video clip of the lines are long down the street, round the bend, people lined up from 3 a.m. in the morning, and they don't open until I think 8 o'clock or something like that. So that's to show you how big the demand is, right? Well, here's update. The headlines says permit probe. The government checks approval granted to Chinese auto shop workers. Breaches, if found, could lead to them being fined or them serving jail time, warns the ministry. The Ministry of Labor and Social Security in Jamaica said that it has launched an investigation to determine whether the Chinese mechanics employed at WH Car Service, located in Ferry, Penn, near the St. Andrew-St. Catherine border, if they possess valid work permits. The auto repair shop, which has been operational for only 2 months. Oh, in the 2 months they have been operational, they have serviced over 800 vehicles in 2 months. The auto repair shop, which has been operational for the past 2 months, employs 10 Chinese mechanics from China, and they have quickly gained popularity on the island. Now, stating that he is aware of public concerns surrounding their employment status, Labor Minister Pernell Charles Jr. says a comprehensive investigation is currently underway to determine whether all legal and regulatory requirements, including valid work permits and employment documentations, have been satisfied. He noted that specific details cannot be shared at this time due to the ongoing nature of this investigation. The ministry is working in full coordination with the relevant agencies to verify the facts and to ensure that all applicable laws are upheld. The rights of both foreign workers and Jamaican citizens remain a priority, and any breaches, if found, will be addressed in accordance with the law. We remain committed to transparency due to the process, due to the protection of our labor market integrity. Also, all of a sudden, we don't have integrity now. I'm going to tell you what's about to happen, but hold on for a minute. According to the Foreign National and Commonwealth Citizens Employment Act, foreign nationals seeking employment in Jamaica must obtain a valid work permit from the ministry. Law is law. I agree. The law gives priority to qualified Jamaican citizens, but allows for the employment of foreign workers with specialized skills not readily available locally. It is illegal for foreign nationals to work without permits and for employers to hire them without proper authorization. That is understandable. It's the law. If it was happening in the United States of America, I would have said the same thing. It's the law. Penalties include fines up to $500,000 per person and or imprisonment for up to 6 months. Wow, Jamaica's serious about something. Charles committed to provide updates to the public when the investigation is concluded and the findings are formally reviewed. Now, in February, the minister announced that the work had started to replace the existing work permit system and to improve business process through the creation of a new web-based and mobile-friendly work permit management system. At that time, he said that user acceptance testing would commence in March. He added that the system would be informed by labor market intelligence as well as training and certification needs and aim to close the skill gap in the local economy. In so doing, the ministry is ensuring that work permits are granted to persons there where there are no Jamaican counterparts or there's a shortage in the labor market. Let me tell you what's happening here. If you read between the lines, yesterday when we did this and we said they should be embarrassed, they should be ashamed. What the ministry is trying to cover is their own ass right now, okay? They're trying to make sure that everybody understands that, listen, we're not giving these people any special privileges. So when you see them taking away your business, it don't have anything to do with us giving them no special privileges. It has to do with them just doing better work than you. Because the people them in Jamaica are complaining. The mechanics in Jamaica are complaining. How will you know so the people them have the paperwork, have the right paperwork for your work here? Them just come from China. Them just come from China and get work permit already. 10 mechanic and them no hire not one Jamaican over there. That's what's going on. Further, Charles said that a work permit oversight committee has been established to ensure fairness, transparency, accountability in all the approvals. He emphasized, and they also want to make sure somebody must buy them work permit. Oh no, so the people them paper legit. People are going to start complaining. People are going to start trying to sabotage these Chinese people on the island doing this because they're going to be losing a lot of business. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm all right. You?
Good, good. Can't complain. Talk to me now.
SouFLo. Most of the Chinese, they don't have no work permit. They don't let you about their art.
Most of them don't have no work permit. But here what we're talking about though, you know.
Yeah.
We're talking about the mechanic.
Right, I know you're talking about it. I was watching.
Yeah.
But they're try to cover the art SouFLo. So they work. Most of the Chinese they don't have no work permit. I want to try people about 500,000 if you can't cut.
Where I said the ministry knows that them probably don't have no work permit. A regular thing.
You don't surprise to know the amount of things the ministry along with Jamaica. But then you see because they can get away and they don't have nobody to hold them accountable. You understand me? They get away with a lot of things.
So them are try to cover themselves in that area.
They are try to cover themselves. All farmers here, they put you on themselves also. But them boy excuse me around there.
Yeah, me get it though.
They're rich off of the back of the poor people. So enough more things I've answered. Remember, just go and look and listen. I'm taking me here, you know me, I call you.
All right, my friend.
All right, that's up yourself.
Manners. That's a damn good point. So I am aware that people are losing their customers so badly that they're feeling it, right? So they are the ones who are saying, them people that how them get work permits so fast, and 10 mechanic get work permit one time, and not even one Jamaican mechanic know them no hire over there, etc. So I'm thinking one way. I'm thinking, the Jamaican them a complain, and that's why no. But you hear what she just said, and it make perfect sense. The same way how people sell driver license and we were having that discussion about driver license being bought, and that's why there are a lot of people on the road who don't really know how to drive and handle a vehicle at high speed and around deep turns and all these things. Them end up crash up and mash up or something. Yeah, it's the same way how she's saying. Ministry know what go on. Most of the Chinese people let me see working on the island, them don't have no work permit. Them just there they work. But because the people them are call it out now, and it's gonna make them look bad, they have to give this long spiel that there has been a system developed where he added that the system would be informed by labor market intelligence as well as training and certification needs and the aim to close the skill gap in the local economy. In so doing, the ministry is ensuring that work permits are granted to persons where there are no Jamaican counterparts or a shortage in the labor market. So them now just frivolously give out a bunch of work permit, overcrowd and oversaturate the place with Chinese mechanics, knowing that you have Jamaican mechanics here too, right? They're backing themselves up in every way. Further, Charles said that a work permit oversight committee has been established to ensure fairness, transparency, accountability in approvals, and he emphasized that the insurance of permits would be aligned with national development goals and identified skill gaps in key sectors. For years, we know, what does that make sense? For years, we know that employers, foreign investors, and workers have expressed serious concerns about inefficiencies in the process, ranging from delays in processing to challenges with regards to compliance and monitoring. Operation Streamline will specifically be designed to tackle these challenges head on, ensuring Jamaica remains an attractive destination for skilled talent, while also protecting opportunity for our local workforce. In other words, not to worry, we are here to secure the local workforce, to make sure that the Chinese them don't grow out of control and take away the work. Back to what we said yesterday, though, or was it the day before yesterday? Jamaica feel fault. You don't really need anybody to regulate anything there. If you do honest and knowledgeable work for your own people and charge them fairly, you won't have somebody else monopolizing off of what you're doing. That's all the Chinese man did. Him look and him say, Ross, them a rob up them own people. Oh God, them rob them up bad too. How much him charge you for that? Man said 500,000. Him said, Jesus Christ, that only worth 50 grand. How much him charge you for that? Him say 100 grand. Him say, my God, that is a $3,000 job. 100 grand. He say, you know what? Let we start our own down here and give these people some honest. Remember, me telling us that the Chinese people them see this is something that they do. You know, I was reading up on Chinese philosophy, right? This is something that they do. They see way ahead. They see way ahead. I'm talking about they see next generation ahead. So while we always think about now and get a quick money now, them not think about now. They're like, yes, man, come. And they laugh and smile even when them don't like you, and they're sowing a seed, right? So you are going to tell everybody else, say, yes, man, the Chinese people, them up, so them nice. So you see, and yeah, man, and that's something got every time. Them have everything you need. And when then the crowd start to grow and them keep on, yes, man, how you know they're not over there telling them, here, you see that big idiot one here? All him can't stand him. Yes, thank you. Come again. Yes, yeah, big dirty thinking bumble. Hi, how you doing? Come on in. You know, them think way ahead. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again, and I don't care who panic. Y'all better fix it or lose it. They're going to take over the Jamaica auto repair industry. They're going to take it over because they have the power to do so. How? They unify. How? They pool their resources together. How? They demand highly skilled individuals. Not somebody where I'm a virgin show me how to do it still, you know, so I know so I can fix that car. True, me used to watch my daddy do it, you know, me feel so I can do it too. No, they're bringing in people who actually went to school fixing these cars and has been working in fixing these cars, knowledgeable of all these vehicles. They're going to have a foot up on the market. So again, the dishonesty from our own people to each other is what's going to cost us big time in at the end. Big time. And I have to put this disclaimer out there. I'm not saying that there are no good local Jamaican mechanics out there, because I'm absolutely sure that there are. But just like the article said, from the taxi man or the man where I run bus for 30-something years, him said there are, but good luck finding them. I saw him say, no, Mr. So, man where I run road for over 30 years at Jamaica, run transportation, when going through all this with multiple vehicles and multiple different locations of Jamaican mechanics, he said there are, but good luck finding them. That's shameful. Shouldn't be that way. He should be able to say with confidence, there are. Whole heap of good Jamaican mechanic shop there, man. Sirai over there, so with Fee him there from 1984. Simmons Georgia with Fee him there, so from 92. So Smith there with Fee him there, so from 94. So John there with Fee him there, so from 99. You know what I mean? That's how he should be, but he can't. He have to say, good luck, find them. Be sure them there, but good luck. Me know one youth where they way down a center. Me know a next man where they way up above. And that's the only two he could give of the whole island and fee him 30 odd years on the road. That's bad. That's bad. And everybody who leaves these Chinese people are singing their praises because the work done. Some of them are saying, you know how much mechanic car go and them can't fix it. And all this one, the last time I go fix it, as me fix it, when man say, as him fix it, 2 days later, the same problem come back. The one time him can't go give Chinese people let me fix. And them charge him less than all the money he been spending trying to fix it with his local people. So either is that they don't know what they're doing and they're guessing their way through it and charging a lot of money and not telling the people, say, we don't really know me, I just still enough. Or they're just robbing their own people and half fixing stuff, making it so that they can come back and everybody want rich overnight. We're going to pay for it. And you can't blame the Chinese people, them. You have to blame us. See a fool, use a fool. See a market, set up shop. God no, you can't blame them. So Asian and Latin American nationals accounted for the majority of approved work permits in Jamaica. Asians and Latin Americans, they account for the larger amount of work permits issued in Jamaica. 57.1% for Asians and 15.9% for Latin American, respectively. Chinese nationals represent the largest group with 1,817 work permits issued, followed by Indians on the island, 726 work permits issued, and then Mexicans with 396 work permits issued. Break down the numbers all the way down. If I know good, those Chinese people are going to be okay. And one thing about them plan ahead. I keep saying they plan ahead, but I mean, even on a simpler level, them plan ahead. Them already match up the thing and say, you know, so them are going to come through it now, right? You see how the people them look, some of them, the other mechanic them look like them want to fight you. You see how them look jealous. Them can't read you, you know. You see how them look, them, okay, so we make sure so everything is in order. We make sure we paperwork right, because the government officials, them going to come. We make sure so XYZ. My dad was a mechanic, and from I was a child, people always cuss him. Georgette Seeley says my dad was a mechanic, and from I was a child, people always cuss him. Yo, and the same thing me telling about my Jamaican mechanic, right? That's how I live. Instead of this man tell me say him not know where I do. Fix it for you, you know. I'm save you a whole heap of money too. But just give me 350. Me give the man the 350. This is after me just spend how much, 2,000, you know, and go back with the same rotted problem, you know. Me I say, my spirit start get down. Cause I'm out thousands of dollars and the same problem is happening. One time, literally, me drive off from the man shop, and by me reach the first stoplight down the road, which was give or take 100 meters from the gate time business. The same light come back on the dashboard again. The same sound the vehicle make again. I may have to do like a beeline and go right back around, right back to him business again. Instead of this man tell me, say, I'm qualified to do X, Y, Z, but my business, we're not trained in A, B, and C. The man keep on and tell me, but left it there for a couple of days, man. Let me look at it and tell you what I go on. And like all this dishonesty, you know? If you can't fix it, just say you can't fix it. Your reputation is on the line. And that's why them cuss your father from. And that's why them cuss your father from when? Because that him probably do. Not saying, he's probably not saying me can't fix this. This is not my expertise. Me do engine, me no do transmission. No, a transmission problem is a transmission code come up, you know. All right, then left it there for a couple of days. Me only need about a week with it. Yeah, man, because I have to go pull down the carburetor and pull down the this, that, and that. I have to go in there, go see what I go on with it. You know, that take time. Remember, I know 150 an hour. All right. We can already tell us about an 8-hour job this. Yeah, that's just for diagnosis. After me figure out what I go on. But no worry, man, because I'm going to include that in the work. Yeah. You're gone, you left them, your head are hot you. And you don't get the diagnosis yet, and your head are hot you already, because but just for them to tell you where wrong with the really wrong with the vehicle, you know, your half of your life savings gone already. Them wicked. Them ass wicked. Why you're lucky them never fall. Your father fling big stone off him. Hey, George say always a hide from them. Oh God. Yo, but they have one Jamaican mechanic, right? You back in the idea. And I'm driving, me drive my mother car, because my car in the shop. So me think, right? Big rotted Sunday, me gone out on the road. I think we were going to the beach. I hope Missy drive past me. I said, damn, that look just like my car. I'm going to drive up a little bit. You know, when something look exactly alike, you say, it look like my car, but it can't be my car because my car in the shop, right? But me, I say, that look too much like my car, because I had a tint on the back. The tint on the back of the car. I actually shipped this car into the US from Germany. So I had the tint on the back of this car that it said mafia ties. Ain't nobody else having that on the back of their car. And it was a man in a 3-piece suit with a felt hat on, holding 2 guns like this, but the 2 gun mouth them cover up with 2 kerchiefs. And it big for the whole back mirror. So from the see car pass me. I see car pass me, I say, but that look just like my car. Man, you know, man, I tell me, say the car up on the stilt and him up under it to work out this and all that. The car shouldn't be on road. By the time I drive up and look, and my boy, I'm say, I'm get real close to my car, like change him, take off easy and gone. We say, you know what? I'm not trailing him. Maybe him fix the car and he might drive it to see if it actually really works. This is how I always try to give my people the benefit of the doubt. You know, maybe him fix it and he might drive it out to see if it actually really work good before him get back to me. Me know, said the man now work on my car, you know, him take my car, have my car for a week and a half. That's how I drive out my car. Them wicked. Y'all gotta do better, because you see, white people come in, business. Chinese people come in, business. Indian people come in, business. They're gonna take all on the business, my friend. Because you can't be honest with your own people. Prentice 123 says the mechanics in Barbados do the same thing. Always driving about people vehicle. People vehicle, when you take it to them to fix it. And when you catch them on the road, them tell us, say, yeah man, it fixed, man. It fixed. But just drive it to make sure say everything good before me call if you come pick it up, you know? All right, so look out for my call here, sir. All right, then. That's what. When they see our road and they're frightened. Hey, yo, what man? Yeah, you see it. It a run good, you know. It fix, man. Me fix it. Yeah, me just fix it. Just now. Me just roll out your car the road from last night. It got club last night. Carry girl got corner upon it last night. If him woman drive it, go grocery shopping this morning. And him a beach him a come from now in your car. I tell you about. Yeah, man, it fix, man. But just fix it. And drive it round enough to see if anything else I go around. Make sure say good. See? Before me call if you come pick it up. So look out for me call here, sir. All right then. Cool. Pop up. Go in your vehicle. You give full tank of gas. Your vehicle come back for E. You said, Jesus Christ. How you drive out a whole tank of gas and try to figure out if the car work or not? Them wicked. Them Ross wicked. And because of that, the Chinese people are going to beat you and take away all your stuff. Nobody else to blame but them. Yourself. And I'll close this part by saying this. At the end of the day, money don't grow on trees. Vehicles tend to be real expensive after a while. You know, especially when you're dealing with a shady mechanic. So, where the people should go which part you can get the bang for your buck. When me pay, it fix for real. Me not have to see you again for the same problem there. And I can trust you, so when the next thing happens to the vehicle, because eventually it will, I'll come see you again. That part. And if it ain't you, it just ain't you. It's just not you. All right. Moving right along now. Whole heap of mileage I put on yeah, 100,000 miles, you get them by your dashboard, you come back, you have 103,000 miles. Which part you drive go for 3,000 miles add on for my dashboard? Eh? Them wicked no rotted, me I tell you. And it look like it's all Caribbean mechanics are like that. The black one them. Or should I say them. It look like it's all of them is like that. My God. So all the shady mechanic will come open up businesses in Brooklyn, New York, Lulu. Them there Florida too. That's the sad part, BM. We're laughing and a joke. But the sad part is we cannot trust our own. It's sad. It's sad because that is where the door is open for foreigners to come in and make money off of us and laugh at us while making money off of us. Because guess who now check this out, right? When Chinese mechanics open up businesses in Jamaica for mechanic business, right? Where you think all the Chinese business owners gonna send their service vehicles or their vehicles to be serviced at? Where do you think they must send it? They must send it go to them own people. And they're gonna laugh after us because they can trust their own people. You can't trust fear. You see? And that's sad. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo?
Yes, this is SouFLo.
Hi.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm okay. I was just trying, but I got through.
Yes.
I was just laughing when I heard they were talking about the cars and driving the cars and stuff.
Yeah.
I live up here in Cape Coral Way, and it was just on the news that somebody drove their car over the toll 6 times.
Wait. Wait, somebody what?
They had a car to the mechanic shop up here in Fort Myers area, and she was at home and she found out that her car went over the toll like 6 times.
Oh, I saw. I wonder if it's one of them. I wonder if it's one of the tolls that have cameras in it.
I don't know, but she can put out the news up here.
This is the mechanic behind the steering wheel.
I'm using trouble for it now. And he stole the car.
They're wicked. They're wicked. And they be telling you about, give me about 2 more days with it, boss. We soon figure out what's wrong with it. And then 2 days your car gone Disney World.
I'm telling you.
They're wicked.
Oh Lord, but I'm enjoying your program. I love it.
All right, I appreciate you greatly.
All right, have a
Big
nice
up.
day.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Go see. Yo, you know the toilet where the camera in it? My brethren, right? Him in a one car. And him decided to him have a fight this ticket, right? Because he was supposed to be on post. This was in the military. He's supposed to be on post, right? And him gone. I'm beg adapt soldier for check in fee man, hide fee man, do all this kind of stuff for him. So the commander think he was there. Anyway, him way in a one next part of Germany. So that's the first time we know about them camera there. Cause for them camera was ahead of ours. We start putting cameras everywhere after I came back from Germany. So shade is way the hell out somewhere else. You see, the pictures, when the pictures come, the pictures didn't go, you don't have no private mailbox. The pictures went straight to the commanders. So it came down the blotter is what they call it. So it hit the highest desk and then send it down to your company. So your first sergeant have a seat and then them are gonna send it to your section or to your platoon sergeant. Your platoon sergeant gonna send it to your squad leader. Your squad leader goes, oh, the picture, everybody laugh and send out the picture. When the picture reach, right? I said them send 3 pictures. See my boy in that first picture, he was no hands on the steering wheel on the autobahn like this. Behind the steering wheel, he was like that. The second picture, he was like, and the third picture, he was something like, with the steering, never touch the steering wheel, you know. Reckless driving. I said, damn, because he used to rent an Audi. He spent all that money for renting Audi. He just love Audi. So he used to rent Audis regular, take them on the Autobahn, and he listens to funk and jazz music, danceable funk and jazz music. So I'm always there ride out and I dance like this. So when we who know him see the picture of them, we just bust out a laugh because hear the whole away. I bet that was that funk and jazz in the car. And him I talk about, I'm just gonna say it wasn't me. I said, wait till you get downstairs and you see how clear these pictures are. Because we were upstairs in the barracks and them called him to come downstairs to the to the first sergeant's office. He said, I'm just gonna say it wasn't me. I said, boy, if you see them pictures, they clear as hell. Wait till you see them pictures. You in high definition. If picture them look like somebody stand up on the hood of a car when they do that drive. I'm going so up close. I'm just taking picture like this close. He couldn't say it wasn't him. He couldn't say it wasn't him. But these mechanics wicked as hell. They be out there with your car doing all kinds of stuff. And then I go and like say, you know, we need 2 more days with it, boss. 2 more days. 2 more days because your car is not there. The car there on one of them woman yard. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, brother.
But there. What you say? You see the man with your car and you give him the benefit of the doubt?
Yes, me give him the benefit of the doubt, bro. Me say I'm probably I drive around with it to make sure it work good before and bring it back and give me, you know.
So and then you say you always give people the benefit of the doubt. So what if you go home and when you open the door, the same woman find a man, you say, oh, this is and style?
No, a different story, that one. A different story, that.
But these mechanics, up to last week, I see my brother post where him call the mechanic because he's driving on his team bus, so he's driving behind his own bus. And he call the mechanic and say, yo, when you get the bus, man, he said the work funny. He said, which part you work funny? Up at his shop.
And he might drive behind him one bus.
He might drive behind him in traffic.
Him did a work on it, all right. Him probably have all a conductor on it and a load on it, people. He did a work on it, all right.
And over the years, you always see that you have some mechanic, you go there and you fix the bit and next week it's a different problem. If them unplug something or whatever, that is not always happen. That's how we see all the time. We just don't believe in, most of the time we just believe not to be honest. It's just something against us. We will say, yo, if no backdoor deal not going, we not work at the place.
Be a bandolo business.
Yeah, we just stick to that way.
Yeah, that's bad, man.
I would say if they just, maybe they need to, you know, push that in school. Honesty is the best policy.
Because eventually you're going to get found out anyways.
We just unruly. We just feel that we're not break rule. We're not compatible. I just saw it. You can even, I've seen a person before come to an organization that's working, and the first week they follow all ingredients they use, measuring and so on. And then after that, them just start throw salt in a hand and they don't want to work with the measurement.
They don't even want to follow the measurements and the ingredients or nothing.
No man, they just like scoop up and chew and then feel good about them.
Some of we have no sense, brother. Some of we unruly for true enough.
Yeah, man, that's how we say. But as I said, sometimes it's the mindset and how we just believe. Because so they just feel so just barely fix something, and then you return and they barely fix. And we have an ego where we just afraid to say.
We don't know how. Right, I don't know how to fix this.
No, they rather bitch it up and just tell you something and make you go on. But as I said, because remember, we always grew up and hear say you get a cut, you just put a plaster on it or band-aid and you move on. But as you grow older, you hear say first you got to clean it, put neosporin or bacitracin on it, then you put the sticking plaster. Or then you put the band-aid. But we just want to fling one band-aid for the wound. We don't want to dress the problem to make sure it doesn't happen again. And that's how we see it.
Wow.
We just unruly sometimes I don't want to do it the right way.
That's true, man. That's true.
All
right, brother. Missy Bram said, them really too shifty in tradesmanship, but hold on there. You don't like the fact that Chinese people can just come set up business in our place just so? That's something to talk about. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hello, SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I just want to share something with you. It's nothing to do with mechanic. I know this person personally from Macon. So he had a bus. So him have him drive and so forth and whatever. So one day the driver get a trip to go Mobile. I'm not sure, but there's somewhere down on the North Coast. But he never tell the owner say him go on trip. So somebody pinch the owner and tell him why go down. The owner end up down on the North Coast. I know exactly where they may go there. So when the owner spot the bus, because it was a color bus, they couldn't hide. And the owner spot the bus and the owner call him. They're going to use your name. Like him and say, John, where you there?
Yeah.
And he must say, maybe I'm your friend, man. We're there on the road. And the owner say, okay, all right. And the owner just go over there. Because in that time, he sat back in the bus seat, relax, And he over just walk over there and touch him on his shoulder. And when he open his hands, he say, man, I'm boss him and look for a man wants sink. Because the thing is, when him they plan for those, it's just getting the owner the regular money when he's supposed to carry fee there.
But him run bus trip down.
Yes.
Ah.
So he take the rest of money for himself.
Boy.
So somebody pinch the boss and tell the boss when up to. So the boss drive, go which part them did I go on a trip. And him no know, so the boss know.
And catch him.
And catch him red-handed.
I can't imagine how he frightened.
Yeah, man, me and frightened, man. Me and frightened. He wants sink. You know, like it. I was just hoping he hurt and just said, Lord, take me.
Take me in. All right, so yeah, man.
Okay, all right. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Manners.
Yeah, man. Okay.
All right, so can you imagine how embarrassed you are when you get caught them with it? Missy Bram said something though. She said, all fun and joke aside though, I just don't like the fact that Chinese people are able to just come in a country and just set up business so. because she's pretty sure that we can't just go China and just set up business. So, well, when you talk about stuff at that level, you have to talk about who make it that way. You know, two people make it that way. One, the government make it that way, because them get for them cut when Chinese come set up business. Two, we again make it that way, because if there was no need for them, they wouldn't be able to do it there. If Chinese people open a mechanic shop in Jamaica, and Jamaican people already know say for them mechanic at Jamaica are the best, you think them will leave you for going out? Your car coming like when you get a haircut or when you got your favorite hairdresser for the ladies them. You know, just run around and just go sit down in anybody barber shop chair and say, give me a haircut, or just sit down in anybody style me here that way. You know, you kind of stick to who you know. So we created a market for them. Now that the market is open, me want my vehicle fixed right. So guess where me I go? So again, close this segment off by saying this. We ourselves have to do better, because as much as we can try to blame anybody else for anything else, it is largely our fault. We left that door open, and now that they've came through the door, we don't have nothing to say. And guess what? We are glad for the liquor service too, because at least we know now that there's a place on the island where we can actually go get our vehicle fixed properly and don't have no problems after. And that, you know, it boiled down to that. From it boiled down to that, it's done. It's a wrap. All right. Shout out to my Guyanese people. This is in Guyana. This is a place called Tushen in Guyana. This story is a sad story. All right. This is about an 11-year-old girl. May I switch topics now? Because we have 2 more to go. So, the body of 11-year-old Adriana Young was discovered this morning in a swimming pool at Doubleday Hotel at Tushen, East Bank, Essequibo, several hours after she was reported missing, triggering an angry protest that resulted in residents setting fire to the establishment for Bondong the hotel. I have a video here, but we'll get to the video in a second. Now, President Irfan Ali has called for a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding this child's death. The young girl's body was reportedly covered in bruises. I have asked the Commissioner of Police to assemble a special team to lead the investigation into all the circumstances surrounding 11-year-old Adriana Young, President Ali stated. He said that we must uncover the full truth of everything that transpired, and no resource or effort will be spared in doing so. Backstory is, the child was initially reported missing around 1:30 a.m. on Wednesday after disappearing, called 1:30 a.m. Not after midnight, 1:30 in the morning, that 1:30 a.m. after disappearing from the hotel premises where she had been swimming with some family members. According to police reports, Adriana's grandmother, Carol Xavier, had taken her to the hotel pool earlier that day. The child is said to have entered the pool with her siblings, but when the grandmother called for them to exit the water, Adriana could not be found. After the family conducted an unsuccessful search of the premises, they reported the matter to the Tushen police station. When the police arrived and they searched the hotel thoroughly, including hotel rooms, storerooms, even looked on the roof, they found no trace of this child. In what appeared to be a possible abduction, footage reportedly showed, because them have cameras about the place. Footage reportedly showed Adriana entering a red and black Raum motor car bearing registration number PSS 4684, which drove off in the direction of eastern direction heading towards Vereed and Hoop, name of that place there. Police said that they traced the vehicle to under Neeming, West Bank, Demerara at approximately 8:58 p.m. But investigations are ongoing when the tragic discovery was made this morning. President Ali added that whatever specialized resources are required to determine every aspect of the event and circumstances will be provided. Additionally, I have to ask the police to explain in details every action that has been taken since that matter was reported. Residents of Tushen, who were already protesting outside of that hotel, became more enraged. They stormed the hotel after the news of the discovery broke, setting the building on fire. And this happened in Guyana. Now, why the video that is circulating is super heartbreaking, because it is in this video that you see the little girl and they're pulling her body out of a pool. They're pulling her body out of a pool, and you can clearly hear one man saying, look on our body. Look on our knees them. Our two knees them scrape up. What I tell you? What I tell you? You know, so here it is.
We checked this pool this morning. We checked this pool this morning. This young lady was not in this pool.
Can't show no.
This girl was not in this pool.
They're effing up the place.
This girl was not in this pool. She was not in here. We checking this pool. The girl was not in there this morning when we come here. We went in this place. This girl was not in here. The girl was not in there, right? What the fuck? They put this girl in this pool, boy. The fucking girl in that we went in here, boy.
I can't show you the video because the whole video is framed on the little girl floating in the pool.
What? What?
I'm gonna mash up the place, you know. There's a nice hotel too.
That girl was not in the pool. We was here since 7:40 this morning. That girl was not in the pool at 10:40. She was not in the pool at 10:40. That girl knee has scrape up.
And they pull her out the water now.
The girl knee scrape up. Clearly shows.
They are tearing the hotel apart. Her knees, I just saw her knees. I didn't see it before. I just saw her knee them. Her knee them scrape off raw. Scrape up, well scrape up. All the skin off her knees gone. Off both knees. Gone. She's fully dressed. But she's dressed in a like one little pom-pom shorts and a tank top. She wasn't in there in that hotel. They searched the pool. They even searched on the roof. They searched every room in the hotel. I'm thinking somebody in that hotel had her. Those screams, right? That's her family. I'm guessing that was her mother. Yeah. Somebody at the hotel unalived her. That's what I'm thinking, Mel. And they had her there. They had her there. So them carry her out and dump her in the pool quickly and run back to where That's sad. So where's the video footage showing who came back and put the body inside of the pool? Now that's the thing. This is another reason why I think it's somebody from the hotel. And that's why the people are frigging up the hotel. Because who controls the video system at the pool or at the house, at the hotel? Asarin Odetta said they sacrificed her. No, I don't know about sacrifice. Asarin, you could explain why you say sacrifice her? I'm curious. Naya said the same thing too. Naya TV Lifestyle said the same thing too. I'm curious too. Why would you say they sacrificed her? I think this is a sick person that actually did something sexual to her. Lusted after a child, acted out that lust, did something sexual to that child, and was in a position to be able to hide that body even while they were searching, is the one place they wouldn't search. If you are the owner or related to the owner or an employee at this hotel that work at a certain place, you know where to hide something where when people are searching, they're not going to look. Because they can only look where you allow them to look. And then when everybody stop looking, they're not looking no more, you run and quickly throw the body in the pool, right? Why my phone not ringing? My phone right here. You sure you calling my phone? Everybody else called, the phone was getting through. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. How are you?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Hey, real quick. If you look at the history of what's going on in that area, that's not the first time something like this has happened at that hotel.
Really?
No, sir. That's not. This is about the second or the third time. Okay. I'm Guyanese. I'm the guy that works for the Federal Department of Labor that has sent you a text message. But also, what I wanted to tell you, I noticed, I'm back in the office every day, and I can't get to listen to your program as much.
Right.
But I did catch when you were speaking about what's going on in Jamaica and the police, and I wanted to let you know, hey, it's not only Jamaica. It's all over the Caribbean. I mean, let me tell you something. The Guyana police force is so corrupt, right? And me, as a federal investigator here in the States, because I work for the federal government, there are limited things I can even say.
Right.
And that's why I've been like texting you or sending you a few messages and trying to get in contact with you.
Right.
And I'm not going to go off topic too much, but what I wanted you to let your audience know is we have people that are self-deporting, all right? And if you are owed money by your employer and you know you're self-deporting, you can reach out to me directly and I can do an investigation and get you what is owed to you before you self-deport.
Say that again.
They can, if someone is working for an employer, because as you notice, a lot of employers are taking advantage of undocumented workers.
Absolutely.
And so as an investigator with the Federal Department of Labor, my job is to actually go in, do an investigation. If you're owed money, we get that money for you, right? So if someone knows that they're going to self-deport, do not do it until you resolve your money issue by calling us and having us conduct an investigation or a conciliation for you. Don't go back home empty-handed if you know that you're going to self-deport. and you're owed that money.
Got it.
And that's why I sent you my email. It has my number and everything. So I like I said, I try not to do too much speaking out right now because of my position within the federal government.
Okay. So so you want me to put the number and the email up, or?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. All right. So do me a favor, please.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Yes, that 689 number, not the number I'm calling you from right now. That's my private number. But the 689 number in the email,
yes,
they can reach out to me directly. I work out of the Orlando district office.
Do me a favor, send me the email again.
Okay, I will send it as soon as I walk back into the office.
Okay.
But I just had to call because I'm sitting here listening. There's hardly anyone in the office with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that you touched on that story. It's very sad. I watched the entire last night. So, on that little girl.
Yeah, sad situation, man. Sad.
But like I said, it's not only Jamaica, my friend. It's all over. Where the cops are corrupt. And like you said, they're giving them a basket to carry water.
Yeah, sad. All right, my brother. I will put that number out there when you send it to me.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, not a problem.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. You got to investigate. The investigator says BM. Scammer alert, says Lulu Ridges. Yo, oh man. That guy is actually legit. He was reaching out to me from before with the same information, and I checked as to where he's located and what he does for a living. So I just he was trying to get some time to sit down and talk to me about some things, and I don't have the time to sit and talk. So he said, call him back when I got some free time. Well, I don't ever have free time, so I don't call nobody back. News for the people who always say, call me here. So here's my number, SouFlo. Call me when you get some free time. I don't. I'm never gonna call you. I'm never gonna call you. So if you have something important that you feel I need to get out there, then you're gonna either have to like call in live like he did, or when you call me, leave a message, voice note message, exactly what this is about, etc. But I'm not gonna be calling you, right? I'm super busy. And I get a lot of those, here's my number, call me when you get some free time. Do you imagine how many people I'll be calling when I get free time? All right. Anyways, he actually, Dainty, he really is. He is what he says he is. So when he sends me the number again, so what I was doing was I was cleaning up my email, my Gmail, and I saved all the stuff that have to do with my school, and everything else I hit erase. And then after I hit erase, I couldn't get back nothing. I realized I erased everything that everybody else sent me. So that's why I asked him to send it back again. All right. Charlotte Slaw, please pay your late fee and go sit at the Mr. Missy, who Jerome said, Flo, ask him why would you want to tie up in court if you're gonna self-deport. 99% of people that self-deport don't want to be in court for any money that will make them not self-deport but get caught. Not if you're on the list. Not if you put yourself on the list. If you put yourself on the list, that's what they're telling them to do. The matter of fact, there's a deadline to do it. So the video I'm about to put up today, because I already did the voiceover for it, I just have to put the rest of pieces together. The video I'm about to put up today, Jerome, answers all that. There's a deadline for anybody who is illegal in the country that you have to report yourself in, right? And then after you report yourself in, you have from the day you reported a certain amount of time to be out of the country. So I would say I would get with them first and say, hey, my employer, I was working at XYZ for 2 years. I haven't been paid in the last 6 months. That's a couple thousands of dollars. That's money you could take back with you. And I know what you're saying, because most people who are self-deporting, we're going to talk about that when we talk about our last topic for the morning, which is the Jamaican youth, with them catch on his deportation pending, etc. So, finishing up the story about the little girl in Guyana. It's a sad situation. There's nothing we can do about it. The only thing we can do, as usual, is use stories like these to raise awareness, to let people know that there are predators always all around. I'm super crazy about my children. Like, my daughter called me a helicopter parent. My older daughter, Nika, she said I'm a helicopter parent. Her mom is a helicopter parent too, right? Helicopter parent means you're hovering over your children all the time. That's what we have to do to keep our children safe. So, and it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter if you're in Jamaica. It doesn't matter if you're in Grenada, Guyana, St. Lucia, Antigua, Barbuda, the United States of America, the UK, Canada, wherever. Predators are everywhere. It's a trait that is in people everywhere. And it can happen in a second with your children. 1 minute you look this way, next minute you look this way, you're picking gone. So all I can say, man, is be careful out here. Be careful out here. Be careful who you have your kids around. Be careful who you see come around your children. Just be careful. Give you a quick story real quick. Over the weekend, we went to the beach, right? So I'm laying on the beach. After I'm done swim, I lay down where the water, the wave wash up. So I'm still getting wet every time the wave roll in, right? So I'm laying in that area. And wifey sit down like a couple feet away from me, playing in the sand with our daughter. I see two men walk down the beach. The way how one of them was staring at my son, he must stare upon Kai. And he's staring at Kai from way. No, I don't miss nothing, you know. I see everything. The way how he was staring at my child is like him zeroing upon the little boy like this and just I walk straight towards him. Straight towards Kai on the beach. I'm laying flat on my belly where the waves are rolling in and the water splash over me. I don't know if he never see me or whatever, but I'm laying there and I'm looking at him from way down, coming up and get closer to Kai, get closer to Kai. He's locking stare, just a stare from picking like this. And the other guy that he's walking with is walking in line with me. When the guy will walk in line with me past me, him look like one big Batman. I don't know, cause him they like he must look long upon me and he's like, hi, how you doing? You know, one of them soft hi there, how man don't talk to man them way there. So I was like, I'm good. Looking at the one that's looking at Kai. The one where I look upon Kai. I look the whole time till him all when him reach for Kai there and I pass Kai, him still I look upon my son like this. And he looked down where I was at and seen me looking at him under one of these, right? They walk down the beach. Go upon them walk. Them walk so far that we didn't even see them no more. On their way back up the beach, we see them come back again. The same one when I say look fishy, him walk right past me again the same way, do the same thing him do. It was like a confirmation, like, yo, it's a creepy ass Batman this, right? Hi. This time I'm like, Ninja, you say hi already, you big nasty self. But I'm still watching the other one. The other one is still looking at Kai the same way how he was looking when they were going down the other side. And him look for me this time again. Do the same thing all over again. I say that to you. I say that to y'all to say this. They're brazen. They're, I don't know if you call it stupid or brave, but they are brazen. They're upfront. And they're everywhere. So watch your children. Be careful. All right? That's how we're going to end that. We're going to move on to another topic, and this one will be our last one for this morning. The last topic for this morning is the situation. Let me see. Jamaica in charge. Nope, that's not going to be our last one. So the Jamaica in charge and then the Vybz Kartel something. I could talk about the Vybz Kartel something. This is tracking Vybz Kartel. And then let's leave that for last because it is last on the paper and I'm following. See that? And each one I do, these are my topics and my talking points. Each one I do, I cross them out, following, so we reach yes or no. And then that's the Vybz Kartel, which is the last thing for the morning. All right, run through the story real quick, and I'm going to share a bit of few wise words for you. So a Jamaican man was charged for shoplifting at a mall. I'm not taking no calls right now. A Jamaican man was charged for shoplifting. Give me 5 minutes, please. 5 minutes, and I'll answer. A Jamaican man was charged for shoplifting at a mall in New York, and he was detained by ICE. A Jamaican man was arrested and charged on Monday for stealing at a mall in New York City in the United States and is currently being detained by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. His name is Ramik Campbell. He's 27. Ramik, and let me put up your picture, brother. So your picture is all over the U.S. and then consequently all over Jamaica's news as well. Ramik Campbell is 27, of a Queens, New York address. He was arrested after he was caught stealing merchandise from Macy's at the Green Acres Mall in Valley Stream, according to the Nassau County Police. He, who is in the U.S. illegally, reportedly concealed the items in a shopping bag and walked right out of the Macy's store without paying, the police said. He was arrested without incident after being stopped by loss prevention officers and then handed over to the Nassau police. I guess he was ready to come back to Jamaica now. Campbell was charged with grand larceny, criminal possession of stolen property, false impersonation, and petty larceny. Further investigations revealed that Campbell had also stolen from a Forever 21 store that is in the same mall. So he was going through the mall, making his rounds through a couple of stores, hitting the stores. He reportedly gave police false information about his identity, but they found out who he was. Campbell had an outstanding warrant of removal from ICE, meaning an immigration judge had already determined that he was not supposed to be staying in the United States of America, had no legal grounds to be here, and therefore needed to be removed from the country. So he went on the run from the address that he was listed as staying at. After being released on an appearance ticket, Campbell was detained by ICE agents. That's that story. Campbell is the person you see on my icon. Let me see if I can make that screen here big. Okay. I'm doing some other computer where I can big up the screen. So this is Campbell. Campbell, let me show your face, master. I know me. But your face is shown. So see Campbell there. Campbell will be heading back to Jamaica. I'm doing this for a reason. We're going to wrap into the reason real quick. Campbell will be heading back to Jamaica shortly. Here's my thing, right? You're there here. You know your situation is not straight here. I understand you have to make a living. You couldn't do something other than go shoplift in a mall. This is not Jamaica. The mall them here everywhere have 1,000 camera nowadays and police nearby. So I think he was like ready. He was ready to go back to Jamaica. You could have went and done anything else. Beg somebody at work, and I'm not encouraging illegal immigration again, because I don't want nobody to tell me that's what I'm doing. But this wasn't the way. This wasn't the way. With that said, here's the thing. Just like how he has a deportation order from a judge, means when he came into the country, he came into the country illegally, so to speak. However, he might have been pleading his case before. So them give him what's called probation and a date to report. So he was reporting. And you do that until your case gets called up. And when your case is called up, they'll decide, after them look through your case, if you are to stay or if you need to go back to your country. Apparently, his case got called up. The order was already made for him to leave the country. He ain't the only one. I'll walk you through it like this because remember when they said the other day that 5,000, was it 5,200 and 320 or something, Jamaicans have already had their deportation orders signed by an immigration judge. Remember when them released that news there? Do y'all remember what I said? Remember what I did say? Me said, okay, but good luck finding them. That's what I said. And I was laughing. You know why I mean I laugh? Because I know how few people them stay. You have to go catch some of them. And you have to go catch a great number of that 5,000 and plus. Right? So he's one of them. He's one of them. And there he was. A simple shoplifting thing. And you're off the list and on your way back home. I know what they're thinking. They're probably thinking, boy, I mean, I hide out and wait out that Trump something a star. Maybe the next person will come along where a president, you know, I said them can set the thing different so we can go get the paper straight. But we're not ready to go back a yard yet, you know what I say? And Trump will deal with vicious. So I'm not going to show up in a court and make them hold me and deport me. So they ran. If you are on probation, and you do not show up to the day when your court case is to be heard, it is an automatic removal that is issued for you. They don't go looking for you. They don't send out notice saying, hey, you missed your court date, let's reschedule. None of that. If you don't show up there, it's an automatic removal. That's been happening to a lot of Jamaicans who ended up on this list to make up this number. Some of them already know that their case wasn't good, so them run anyway. So them nobody show up. So when them case get called up and they weren't there, it automatically went to removal. Now you're in the country hiding and they're looking for you. So that's why I said of the 5,000 and something Jamaicans that they said orders have already been signed for them to be deported, I said good luck finding them because me know so them a move around. If my address is listed in Miami and me not think my case good, and New York me there. If my address is listed in New York and me not think my case good, them send me home. Somewhere in Florida me there or somewhere else. So they're moving around. That's what's going on. And they ended up finding him. Another part is this is what was issued. If you turn yourself in, the CBP One app turned into the CBP Home app. They're encouraging you to self-deport. If you turn yourself in, you're supposed to report through the CBP One app. I have a removal order and I am going to self-deport, right? They'll give you a certain amount of time to get it done. But if they catch you and they have no record of you reporting yourself, once you are deported, you are banned from the United States of America for life. The next time you come back to the United States of America, if you think you're going to be slick and just make it back into the country, yeah man, we can't make it back. We can't go back in there again. The next time them catch you, what they're doing right now is they're fixing up charges and punishment to fit the charges. So next time they catch you, if you sneak back in after you've been deported, you're going to do a quite considerable amount of time in prison here before them deport you again. That's one. Two, you're banned for life. You will never be able to come back in the US again, no matter what. No matter who changed the presidency, no matter what. If you self-deport, then you have a chance of coming back into the US at a later date. So, and if you've been here in the US, it says if you've been struggling financially, you don't have the money to self-deport, or, you know, some people are like, damn, I want some money to go back home because I'm going back home to square one and I won't have nothing. They will actually help you financially. That's why you're supposed to report through the app. And when you report through the app, there'll be questions there, including if you're financially able or not. If you're not financially able to do it, that's where you submit that you're not financially able to do it, and they will set up something where you get a certain amount of money to leave. So yes, I saw a Jamaican woman do a video yesterday where she said, me here say, Trump him want pay if you go back a we yard. Me take the payment and go on, you know. So it is true. It is true. There's money available that they will give you to help you to leave. That's that. So I thought I would use that to put that out there. This young brother, I saw him, I'm going to learn him lesson. Again, I always say this about deportation. It's not the end of the world. They're not sending you to somewhere where you haven't been before. It's your yard. So, you know, look at it as time to start over. That's that. Or pick up where you left off, whichever way you see it. That's that. All right? Right. You're not going to die. You'll be all right. Unless you're one of those people who are involved in things where can cost you your life, then that's a different story. If you're running for your life and they're about to send you back, then I can't speak to what that might look like for you. I would have said try our next place. The US isn't the only country in the world. Self-preservation is key. However, you can't go stay here. Because you're going to end up the whole heap of prison time if they catch you again. Right? But there's help available for those who want to deport, self-deport, but can't afford to do so. Now, I'll say this before I end this part. I've seen some people saying they're paying you $30,000 to self-deport. If you believe that, I have gold. And I'm selling my gold pretty cheap. I think you could afford it. It's like $1.25 for about, you know, put it on a scale, I'll do it by the pound. Yeah, a 10-pound block of gold, $1.25. I got gold. In other words, nothing no goes up. Trump ain't paying you no 30,000 US dollars to leave America. So please don't believe that. And to the people them who are going in for their appointments, they are holding people and deporting them. They're not deporting them. They are holding people and putting them in confinement to be deported straight from these appointments. It wasn't happening a lot before. It's happening way more than ever now. Me can't do nothing to save you. I'm just giving you a heads up. You're going to have to make the decision if you want to run or if you want to steal. It's a tough decision to make, but it's up to you to make it. Last topic for the morning now. Vybz Kartel is on fire. He's definitely on fire. This will be quick. This will be quick. I am super, you know, so we spent a lot of years, you know, putting in the work, following up the case and advocating for his freedom and all these things. So it's only right that we continue to be a part of the celebration as well. When we see this man's schedule, right? When I see his schedule, I'm like, damn, what a life. Atlanta show, Cartagena Empress sold out. Malta show completely sold out. And that's not till September. And it's sold out. So, hear this. May 3rd, he'll be in Costa Rica. May 17th, he'll be in Miami, Florida. Well, this ain't really Miami, though, because he'll be at the Amarant Bank Arena. That's in Broward County, right? So he'll be, but them call it Miami. He'll be at the Amarant Bank Arena, close to Yasso. So May 3rd, Costa Rica. May 17th, Amarant Bank Arena in Broward County. That's called the Miami show. May 24th, he'll be in Guyana. May 31st, he'll be in Trinidad for the One Caribbean Music Festival. Sizzla Kalonji is also going to be on that stage as well. June 6th, he'll be in Atlanta. June 27th, he'll be in St. Kitts. July 5th, he'll be at Summer Jam. Summer Jam is huge. I don't know if y'all ever seen Summer Jam. So July 5th, he'll be at Summer Jam. July 11th, 12th, 13th, he'll be in London, UK. He'll be headlining alongside Drake, Burna Boy, Vybz Kartel. That's the three headlining London, UK. That's the Wireless Festival. September 11th to the 14th, he'll be in Malta. Malta is the Freedom Street Europe concert. Once again, yo, Mr. Brown said once again, beat him and do not and beat him. The London show is gonna be friggin' fire. I swear to God, I wish I could be at that one. I've never seen Burna Boy perform before, but I've seen it on tape. I've never seen it in person. It's a video. Vybz Kartel, Burna Boy, and Drake. Oh my God, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy, and the right place too, because the UK bring a certain energy to events like these. And like in Jamaica, where you see you go a big event in Jamaica, you see people them just stand up one place. So they're not like that in the UK. So this is gonna be they're not like that in Europe. Period. That Malta one is gonna be crazy as hell too. Yes, King Biggs, Burna Boy performance always up. Drake turned up an audience too. Drake has the catalog to do so also. So again, May 3rd, Costa Rica. May 17th, Miami, our Amaranth Bank Theater, that's Broward County. May 24th, Guyana. May 31st, Trinidad. I'm gonna be tired as hell for me. Trinidad, One Caribbean Music Festival. June 6th, Atlanta. June 27th, St. Kitts. July 5th, Summer Jam. That's New York. July 11th to 13th, London, UK. Wireless Festival. September 11th to 14th, Malta, Freedom Street, Europe. Concert. I don't know where he finds the energy to do all this. Because check this out, right? Even while Cartel is doing all this, go and check YouTube. Check Vybz Kartel's official Vybz Kartel radio on YouTube. Me don't know when find all the energy to do all this. Cause watch this. In the space of the last couple of weeks, right? 4 new videos dropping up. 4 new songs with new videos drop. You have Join the Team. Join the Team recently dropped. You see that, Charlotte? You're pre for go to the UK? Jaja. Let me look up how much them tickets cost. Let me see right here. So find ticket. Wireless Festival. That's Sunday. On the Sunday the 13th at Finsbury Park. That will be Drake, Burna Boy, and Vybz Kartel all taking that same stage. Watch the ticket them. General admission. Sunday the 13th. It says that the Bongo Ross. $475 US right there. 475. The cheapest one available still is $475 US for the Wireless Festival in the UK. The next one, no, $429. The cheapest one, that's general admission. The next one, $475. That's if you buy row G. Then there's 560. Then there's 771. Then there's 900. Then there's 1,028, 1,064, 1,285, 1,344. So the ticket them I go for the UK one. All right. Yeah, so you have joined the team. All of them fire King Biggs. All of them fire. I don't even know which one to review. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Join the team is out. That's the one with the Busta Rhymes part. If you really want to party with me, he did it's like a remake to that. I think he said that one was produced by Sketta Burrell. Sketta is also in the video. Join the team. And then Miami Vice episode. Miami Vice episode for me is that summer song. Is that summer song. It when I first heard it years ago, it was like, damn, if he could only be out to shoot a video for this. And it was like around summertime and all that. So Miami Vice episode, that one there with the video and everything, that's gonna be dope, bringing in the summer. And then you have Dreams Are Made Of. That's 3. And then the 4th one is one that he did called Secret with Little Vybz, his son. All 4 projects just dropped right after he just dropped God Is the Greatest, right? God Is the Greatest was dropped 3 weeks ago. And right behind that, from 3 weeks ago, the man dropped 4 more projects. Videos complete and everything. Yo, his work ethic is crazy. But yo, that's his field. That's his field. So sound like an auction. Charlotte sound like an auction. 429, 475, 475. Can we get a 475? 560. Can we get a 560? 560. We got a 600. 600. So we got a 621. 675. Can we get a 675? 700. We got a 700. Can we get a 771? 771. Can we get an 8? Oh, we have a 9. 900 it is. Can we get a 950? 950. 1,000. We have a 1,000. Can we get a 1,028? 1,000. 1,285. We're at 1,285. Can we get a 1,300? 1,344. Can we get a 1? I saw it one. I saw it look. I saw it look. The man money I jump up like crazy. I'm loving all this. I'm loving all. I'm loving all this. Have an amazing weekend, everyone. Karen Notice, big up yourself. Have an amazing weekend as well. All right. When you are blessed, no one can contest with you, says BM. Proud. Proud. All I'm going to say to Vybz Kartel is this. I've seen where people who follow him really follow him. I know he knows now because he said it in an interview recently. You know, before he used to tell himself, say, man, powerful, a man of influence, right? But now he actually knows that you're powerful, you have a certain level of influence, and you have to be responsible with your level of influence. I'm going to tell him like this. Keep on continuing to make us proud, man, because we talked a lot of shit on your behalf while you were locked up. You know what I'm saying? So keep on continuing to make us proud. Keep on continuing to make those naysayers and those, keep on continuing to make them head hurt them. Nothing good was supposed to come of you. You were supposed to die behind bars. And to see what you're doing now, the level where the thing gone on now, super proud. Can't be no more prouder than this. I was hoping to see him at Best of the Best in Miami, but I see why he wouldn't be doing that, because him have him own thing going, which was going to be at the Amarant Bank Arena, which is the one that I'm probably going to be at, the Amarant Bank Arena one, right? If he in your area, go check him out. That's all I can say. A wave come with it. It make dancehall great again, Virtuous Fire, and that's no doubt. That's absolutely no doubt. I saw for the first time, I saw the Barclays behind the scenes when they were laughing, and did I say I never seen Black Rhino laugh that hard before. But this morning I saw a video when they first met, and the hug where him hug Black Rhino, I was like, man, look at God, look at healing. You know what I'm saying? The hug there, he hug Rhino like that's one of his sons who we hadn't seen in a long time. And that's exactly what he said after he hugged him like that. You know, he was like, I'm a picnic this, you know. This is my son, this. Seeing him say the only one we're missing now and the midget. They look at the Poppy, Popcorn. Him called Popcorn the midget, Popcorn shot. But man, to see it all come together like this, where so many people thought it was never gonna come together. I'm gonna end this live by saying this again. Word of inspiration. What is yours and will always be yours. You just have to keep God in the midst of everything. You know what I mean? Don't get tricked. Don't get fooled into thinking there is no God. Don't get tricked. Don't get fooled into thinking you're in control of everything, because you're not. It's going to take a certain level of submission for you and a certain level of obedience for you. All right? With that said, all things shall be added unto you, my friend. All right? And if it's taken away from you, it will be returned to you in abundance. Stay faithful. With that said, manners and respect to everybody tuning in. God in all things, yes. And have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday. Go out there and be good. I'll do a safety briefing like they do in the army when we go out for the weekend. No unprotected sex. Do not be out here driving incarcerated, not incarcerated, but intoxicated. No, that's all them do, you know, when we leave every weekend for our safety briefing. Listen, surround yourself with people that you love and with people that love you and lift your vibration up. All right? If you don't have that around you, it's okay for you to be alone. Spend some time alone. Get to know yourself. Read a book, set up your bathtub, run your bath, soak yourself. You know what I mean? These kind of things. Get to know you. Self-love is the greatest love. If you don't have self-love, you can't love nobody else or nothing else until you love you first, the proper way. You can't even tell nobody else how to love you until you love you first. Self-love. With that said, going out like this, Miss Ruby, my grandmother right there, my grandfather right here. I think these are my two strongest angels. Yeah. And I don't even know why I put the pictures there, but now I'm thinking they're always going to stay right there. My grandmother would say, be good. If you can't be good, be careful, but it's best to be good. My grandfather, every time him left him, would I say, I will see you later. Me, I go say, I will see you tomorrow or see you later. If God spare my life, knowing that we're not in control. The Almighty is. All right? So if my life is spared by the Most High, I will see you again sometime soon, be it tomorrow or the day after, or whenever we meet again on these videos. Walk good. Go with God. I'm out. Peace.